Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Sanch podcast once again. Sorry, I'm a little lower energy on this one. I'd spent the last 2 out of the last 3 days at the draft, so I'm still, little recovering, and I did a little bit of smoky before this, so I didn't expect the joint to pack the punch, but regardless, we're here. We're gonna make it work. Energy levels are still gonna be around. Vibes are still going to be immaculate. We got the homeboys here to help out with the pod as well. We got Griff back again.
What's up, y'all?
And we got Michael joining us once again as well.
Hello.
So, same little group as last week. Gonna keep it rolling. This week, we are talking about the draft. We are going to be breaking it down a little bit, at least from our points of view. Let's put this out there. None of us are NFL draft experts. None of us are, really in
Analysts.
the world like that. Yeah, none of us are analysts. None of us are going to the games to scout these people. None of us have access. Ooh, this will be an early tangent. None of us have access to all 22 film, which is just a general statement. NCAA, why? Why? You guys have that held under harder lock and key than the CIA does some frickin' what's the word? Classified files, there it is. Y'all are harder with the All-22 film than classified files with the CIA.
What's depressing, too, is, the draft would be so much more enjoyable if I could literally follow along with every pick and see the film.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It also opened up the floor for us to be able to scout them more. Because, I'm pretty knowledgeable. I try to keep up with as much as I can. I try to watch as much college football as I can, too.
We're all college football diehards here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't sit here and expect us to be able to watch every game all the time.
Well, and also...
We need some NFL red zone type beat for NCAA football.
It's really hard as well to keep tabs on so many players, especially when, if you don't have all 22 film, which, for those of you that don't know, all 22 is basically behind the back view of either the offense or the defense, so that you can see their footwork, where their head's pointing, how's their body shifting. You can read the quarterback's eyes that way. You can better see, how are the linemen picking up blitzes? How are the defensive linemen doing on their stunts? How's their first step? All that type of stuff.
Quite literally a bird's eye view for the whole field.
Yes. As opposed to, your normal broadcast view, which a lot of people use for, scouting, whether it's condensed games or highlights, which, if that's what you use, that is fine. That's fine. I personally just won't do it because I want to do it the right way. It's just... that's just kind of how I am. I'll probably use that next year. If I'm going to be taking this serious. So that I actually have, big board, all that type of stuff. But, 'tis what it is. So, like I said, I was at the draft for 2 of the 3 days. Unfortunately, neither of my 2 co-hosts for the day, hell, probably going to be co-hosts more often than not. Neither of them were able to come, which was upsetting.
Depressing.
Yeah.
Still sad about it.
Bastards in your employment.
I know. I hate being gainfully employed.
Oh no, we need that dough.
I'm just glad I was able to take a couple days off. Shout out to Jack as well, who flew out from Boston to come to the draft with me. It was fun as hell. I was dead by day 3, though. We actually left early, a little early on day 2. I think we... Actually, no. The last pick we saw was the Browns getting Zach Zinter. And then we left.
Nice. That's solid. That's a solid stopping point. I'm not going to lie.
I think there were
Love Zach Zinter.
14 picks left, 13 picks left. But at that point, we were exhausted. We'd been out.
Round 2 and 3 are chonky.
They're chunky, and also, to anyone that was in the crowd, they would know this. It was standing room only, literally the whole time, especially if you wanted to see shit.
I saw it on TV, and I'm like, I'm kind of happy I didn't go, because I'd be fucking dying hour 3, a little buzzed and high out of my mind.
It was It was max capacity the first 2 days.
And let me just say this too, as someone that was there, the 270,000 number that they put out is bogus. 275,000. There were easily more. Easily more.
Wow. And really? You're saying like 300?
Bro. Higher. Try 470.
I mean, that's just people like at the venue.
That was itself, 500,000.
Not including everybody just downtown to be downtown for it.
And that was just day one.
Casino, like, I guarantee you, Greektown was popping off, or whatever the heck the name of that place is now.
No, for sure.
And they didn't market it like that either, because like obviously they can't keep track of that many people. You can only keep track of so many entering. But day 2, when I got in there, I walked up to the drink dude immediately because I was like, I need a drink. So I'll actually say why for that right now. Day 1, I came in with a fanny pack that I had with me to hold like portable charging cords for my GoPro and my phone, so that my phone wouldn't die because I'm directionally inept. I need to have the pin for my car, or else I'm straight up not getting back to my car. I'm inept.
Especially with the parking situation.
Oh God! I mean, we were like a half mile away. So we were a half mile away. We paid. So part of it that I appreciated was, we ended up splitting the parking both days. So day 1, it was $100 to park there, but both of us ended up paying $50. Which,
sounds about right.
I mean, that's more than ideal.
Though. Kind of worth it though.
Half mile. Yeah. Only having to walk.
Yeah, it was like a 12-minute walk back.
When you get back to your car, like.
Right.
Well, and the other thing that I liked about it too was that the traffic getting out of there, I figured was bound to not be bad at all. And I was dead right. When we got onto the highway after day 1, straight shot home, no traffic.
Well, yeah, because I'd imagine like most of I'd say like 30 or 40% of the people there are probably out of towners in hotels nearby.
Well, we also...
I know I had a friend on a train going through that whole area, going south into Detroit and then out towards Chicago, and they said there was a ton of people taking the train down into Detroit.
That's not surprising.
That doesn't shock me. And staying out of Detroit, honestly, might have been the smart move. A train ride back with a little nap before you get to the hotel in Chicago isn't bad at all.
Bingo.
And it also saves you the however much money you would have spent in parking, especially if it's only, one person doing it.
Well, yeah, and also I can imagine, like, you could use that time in the train to, like, actually set up a plan for, like, what you're going to do for the day. Because imagine there's a lot there to fucking do.
Well, there wasn't.
Oh, great.
There wasn't. I'm not going to lie. I mean,
get into it.
There was to an extent, but also, like, there wasn't. So, on the bay side near Windsor, they had... You know where, like, that little openings, that, like, little circle square out there is? With, like, the fountain in the middle?
Yeah.
So, around that, they had statues with all of the NFL uniforms set up. So, like, you could go take a picture in there with, or, like, basically step up into the pads if you're a shorter person to get your head over it. Take your picture like that. They had a few of the real Colts cheerleaders there, which was dope, but the line to take a picture with them was long as fuck.
Horny as hell.
No, a lot of them were older dudes. I'll not comment. I'll let you read into that what you will. Okay, no, I have to bitch about this. I was disgusted. I was legitimately disgusted at this. So I'm sitting there with Jack, and I'm talking to him, and at this point, I don't know that they're the real cheerleaders. Because I was just like, oh, wow, Detroit probably hired some people to, dress up as Colts cheerleaders. Interesting, but okay, whatever. And I see this dude with his phone positioned, like, under his waist behind them.
That's
And I
Disgusting,
literally watched it, and I'm like, bro, it is taking everything in my power to not say something to them or to him. But I was just,
I would have said
No, that. Yo, watch out.
I should have, but I just didn't want to like,
Cause a
you don't want to cause a scene, especially day one of the
With
draft. Everyone's
300
hyped as shit. You got a bunch of fucking dudes lined up there who probably would have done something.
or the
Oh,
same
yeah.
thing.
So, well, no, because the other dudes were at least being respectful about it. Like, they were lined up to take a picture with him. They were in line. But the other dude was just like, nah, I'm going to just sneak a little picture. And I saw it and literally had to turn away and walk away for a second because I was like, I'm disgusted at the moment. There's no way I just witnessed this with my own two corneas.
That's.
But I did.
Don't like that.
No, I hated it, but I had to bring it up just because I remembered it and was immediately like, dude,
If you're listening,
no fucking
eat
shame.
shit.
Actually, eat shit. And no shame, too. You did
I
that
hope-
right there in the middle of the fucking square, bro.
I hope you get into an accident on the Detroit on-ramp to 96. That's how much I dislike that.
That's disgusting work. Anyways, off of that, though, like, we had, in the same-ish area, you could have a meet and greet with Jahmyr Gibbs. The line was long as fuck.
That's not surprising.
You could take pictures of all of the Super Bowl rings.
That's sick.
The lines were long as fuck.
I see a theme here.
You could take a picture with the Lombardi Trophy. Would you like to guess what the lines were?
Long as fuck.
Literally wrapped around, like, to the fucking alcohol sections out there.
Jesus Christ.
The lines were so long, and we didn't end up getting to see them because our initial plan was to wait till day 3, when hopefully by then it would have cleared out a little more.
We're sped up a little bit.
And then we just ended up not going day 3 because both of us were like, yeah, we don't really want to do a full day again.
Keep real. Understandable.
Yeah.
It's tiring, and it's the worst part isn't even all the walking, because like that's what some people would expect, especially for like a bigger dude like me. Oh, was the hard part of the walking? No, the walking was the easy part. Standing just in the same, like, however many feet you got for fucking, like, I mean, shit, you have to think, you have to set up to find like a decent spot an hour and a half before the draft. Before it starts.
Yes.
So you gotta set up like 2 hours, hour and a half beforehand.
Nightmare fuel. Pure nightmare fuel.
I would not handle that very well, personally.
Oh, day one would have. If you've seen the overhead pictures as well.
Yeah, I have. I've seen all of them, and every time I see them, I'm like, that doesn't look like 275,000. That looks well north of that. Like,
So
that's a lot
It
of
also
fuckers.
does not look comfortable.
No.
it
Personally,
was.
I'll watch it on my.
Well, and that's probably what I'm gonna do from now on, unless I'm attending as like a TV personality and avoiding the fucking crowds.
Yeah.
Yes, but
That shit-
when
or
is
you
it
got,
going
like,
to
a-
be in Detroit again?
Well, it probably. I mean, it's gonna travel around. It's gonna hit a lot of big cities. It'll probably be a
make it
while
back.
before it comes back.
But it'll be a couple decades.
It'll be a
Yes.
while.
I feel like after the way we showed out, though, the NFL kind of has to put us on note.
They gotta do something.
We could
Give us a
do
Super Bowl.
another Super Bowl in Detroit.
Yeah.
Be fun.
Just throwing it out there.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Hey, we would show out too. Well, actually, I don't know about that because I don't know how much money. I don't know how many people out here have the money for Super Bowl tickets. Not gonna lie.
Man, I would
It'd
take
be out
out
in
so much
Chicago.
credit card money to take care of that. That is, I've been waiting
That's
22
real.
years.
Detroit would too.
That's
That
real.
would be fun.
Dead ass. Well, we're the best traveled fan base in the league, so might as well fucking put
Give
my
us
name on
something.
the list. Yeah, exactly.
Give us 5 years down the line when the economy's in a better place.
Lord have mercy.
But no. So, they had all that stuff over there. They had an area where you could throw the football around. Somewhere else, they had the 40-yard dash and agility drills and all that. I literally never made eye contact with any of them once. I never saw them. Never fucking saw them. Don't know where they were. There just wasn't really that much. Now to get into what I wanted to talk about, though, the bitching session, because I'm sorry, we got off on a tangent. How I know that it was higher, or why I say that the number of attendance was higher than they report.
I know what you're about to say.
So, I get in there, day 2. This, by the way, day 1, obviously, I went in with my fanny pack and all that. Day 2, I tried showing up with it, and this cop is just like, you can't bring that bag in. And I was like,
I did yesterday.
What?
What are you talking about?
What? Why? I just brought it in yesterday and it was fine. And he was like, they're not allowing him today. And part of me was like, fuck it, whatever. Like, annoying as shit because I don't have really pockets. And I got a lot of shit to carry, but fuck you, whatever. So I was going to turn around and go back to the car. I see this woman standing there with a bag that's hardly bigger than like one of those big ass like iPhone 8s. From back in the day.
A little coach bag type beat.
Yeah, and they were trying to tell her that was too big.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Well, no,
Bag policy's gotten crazy nowadays.
And they were giving us so much grief with it. Like, a couple of the NFL workers or who were working the gate, and then that cop specifically were all giving us grief about it.
And
so
it's
we're
just
like, bro.
50,000 people jumped the fence. You think like you
give a
like
fuck
you're
about
actually
something
gonna
else.
stop- Yeah, exactly. You think you're gonna actually stop anything from getting in? Like, bro, joke's on you. I have 8 joints shoved up my ass, prison style. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Nothing.
Spoiler
Like,
alert, he didn't
absolutely.
stop shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I
just
walked
like,
by and made
bro,
eye contact with him. Just holding the
Shit is
fanny
gross.
pack. He didn't say anything. And my grandma even made a comment just like, it might just be because you're a big dude and he didn't want to test you. And I was like, good decision. Good choice,
Yes.
brother.
Yeah, even as a fighter, I would not want to have to tackle and detain Sanchez. That doesn't sound like the funnest of time.
The few
An
times
enjoyable
people have
process,
actually had
though.
to, it's taken multiple people to restrain me.
There you
And
go.
that was like 13, 14-year-old me. So, let that one.
Pubescent stage.
I'd already been through puberty at that point. So, I had a little muscle on me, but either way, trying to restrain a 13, 14-year-old is easier than trying to restrain a 22-year-old.
Facts. Yeah.
So, that was the issue with day 2. And then I go up to the alcohol cart, because I'm like, yo, I need a drink at this point. This is annoying as shit. And I'm talking to the dude about it, and I told him, like, I think I brought up something with the attendance number yesterday, and he just looks at me, he goes, you wanna know what's crazy? They fabricated that. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, those weren't the numbers. And I said, higher or lower? He said, dude, they were like 470,000. And I was like, how do you know this stuff? And he's just like, yeah, you know, like we get numbers for stuff since we're the ones selling everything.
That makes a lot of sense because the amount of sales
They
you
need
could
to know how
average
much
out on
product
card
there
numbers.
So you're
That
able
makes
to
so
keep
much
track
sense.
of like who's buying what and how many different cards are buying shit. And apparently the numbers were very high. Very, very high. So, yeah, that...
I mean, if it was 470,000 transactions,
No, I don't think that would...
maybe.
By the way he was talking about
that still
it...
doesn't make sense for that amount of
Here,
people.
I have something.
Because
to
that's like
interject.
2 per, and I bought 2 drinks. I know multiple people bought multiple drinks.
Yeah.
That's not how this works, Michael. It's individual card numbers. That's what's trackable, and that's what they actually itemize. So, like, that's pretty reliably usually one person, most of the time. You see what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
like that's a lot of fuckers over capacity. Like that, like even if it was like there was a couple cards on there with like more than one drink, like bro, that's so many.
That's still a
people.
lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Regardless, it's huge. And there's definitely people that were in there not buying shit.
Fuck no, sneak shit in, bro.
The crowd pictures...
Exactly.
And I just want to say this, too. Just a little, like, complaint for how they had shit going there. They had 2 bathroom setups in the area, so they had like a little area with 3 sections of stalls that had like 6 or 7 by like 10 to 12 by like 6 or 7. And then they had like a handicap one in the middle, and they had 3 of those. They had another one set up on the other end of the area where all the activities and shit were, so not stage end. Mm-hmm. Day 1, they shut the other bathroom down. So before the draft, this is like 40 minutes before draft time. Me and Jack really, really had to piss. So we were like trying to nudge our way through everyone and fucking, make it through. Bro, it took us 15 minutes just to get to the bathrooms.
Oh, that's gross. Dude.
Like 10-ish minutes, 15 max to get to the bathrooms.
I'd be fucking dying, dude.
It was bad. And then because obviously in that situation, you're like, yeah, no one's really listening to a line. There's no line here. Everyone's trying to piss. So we're, trying to just... Yeah, basically, fend for yourself. Get in the bathroom or fuck off.
Or find a nice quiet tree or alley somewhere.
So we ended up weaving our way through at one point. And this couple just goes like, hey, get in the line with the rest of us. Yeah, we all need to pee too. And me and him just looked at him and we're like...
What line? What are you talking about?
Respectfully, what fucking line are you talking about? And then, dude, there was another, on the way to the bathroom, right by them, this OSU fan just, does his little OH thing. And me being the Michigan fan I just respond, hell no, because that's what we do. It's the call and response. And
we don't like that.
I thought that this dude was the one that called it, so I was just going to ignore him. Found out that this wasn't the guy. He looked at me, he just goes, oh, no, you feel real fucking cute, you fucking 12-year-old. Just out of nowhere. He wasn't even the dude that called it. And I just kind of turned and looked at him and was just like, bro, what?
Where you at?
What?
I ain't even talking to you, bro.
I was calling whoever called. Fucking strip beard having ass, bro. Looked like goddamn animated Zhao. So anyways, I think that's about all I have for the in-person stuff. I didn't get to see the
Avatar callback is crazy work.
That's how you end it too. I didn't get to see the Lombardi. I didn't get to see any of the rings just because of the lines. And I honestly don't regret not going day 3 because I was there for most of all of day 1, fat majority of day 2. At that point, I was like, yeah, I can watch the rest of this from home. I think I'll be fine. Oh, actually, one thing I forgot to mention on pod. I was walking, so we're walking back from the hydration station from getting Jack water. I hear someone in front of me just yelling, Kirk, Kirk. And I thought he was yelling to one of his friends. So I just got to turn around. Kirk Herbstreit is 2 fucking feet away from me.
That's crazy.
Kirk Herbstreit followed by Brad Nessler behind him.
The bane of
2 feet away from me.
Michigan football fan.
I've never been awestruck in my life. When I tell you for the next 5 10 minutes, all I could say was, oh my God, that was Kirk Herbstreit.
Real. Understood.
I was really awestruck. And I've never felt that. So that was just a really, interesting moment. Because also, imagine turning around and you just see fucking Kirk Herbstreit. Right there. 2 feet. He was walking behind me that fucking entire time. And I somehow walked in front of this dude surrounded by security and didn't notice.
Got the fucking Avengers with him.
Dead ass. On that note, though, I think that's all I have for actual, day of... while we're there shit. So now, I say we transition into actually what happened in the draft. So the plan is, we're going to go team by team. Kind of talk about how we feel about some of the players, how we feel about some of the draft picks. We're really going to talk about what we think a couple of franchises are attempting to do. I don't know if they're doing it well, but they're certainly attempting stuff.
They're trying.
Your Super Bowl champions, the Carolina Panthers.
Hey, Carolina actually had a good draft. They actually improved.
I might have a hot take here.
Oh, I'm interested.
But we like hot takes. We'll get there when we get there.
It will
should be an early one too.
Yeah, Carolina ain't far at all.
Alphabetical.
So yeah, we're not doing it by conference. We're going alphabetical. We have the NFL draft team pick thing just to organize all that. So that's what we're using to talk about all this stuff. And again, I'll say this: if you want like someone who's going to break down almost every player that the pick made or that the team's made, Bengal on YouTube. He just dropped a 2-hour and 20-minute video grading damn near every pick.
Shut up, Bengal.
Every team. He's mental.
Huge.
So if you want like a real in-depth breakdown that's going to give you everything, go there. Finish this podcast first, motherfucker. Leave a like and subscribe as well. But make your way there afterwards and show him some love too. So, first team, Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to open up the floor because I've been doing a shit ton of talking.
Sanch, I got a question.
What's up?
Are we giving all of our teams a letter grade?
Ooh, I like it.
I have not given grades, so mine will be on the spot if we do that. I'm fine with it, though.
Let's do on-the-spot grades.
This motherfucker has all of them graded already.
I not all of them. I got like 17 teams graded right now.
Okay.
But, yeah. So this is what I got down on Arizona, and in my opinion, this is an A+ draft, especially for their situation. Every single glaring need that they had, they got a starter for in under 45 picks, which is kind of a trade feat if you think about it. Like, you got basically every hole you needed in first string taken care of in less than 50 picks of the draft. Like, that's pretty impressive. So, and then they got Marvin Harrison Jr., in my opinion, the best wide receiver in the class out of OFCU at pick 4. Michael?
Most sane people would agree with that one.
I would hope so,
Yeah.
dude.
There was a lot of people that were saying Neighbors over Harrison. Long term, maybe. Out of college, hell no.
Watch the tape. That is the only words I have for you. If that is your opinion, you need to watch the tape. And then out of that, they got an absolute like havoc maker, like a wrecking ball at edge out of Mizzou, out of Darius Robinson, pick 27.
He can play. He can play inside too. He's got inside-outside flexibility.
That's right. Yeah, really good switch player. Now that you mention it. And then they got Max Melton out of Rutgers. Phenomenal Big Ten quarter at pick 43. And then right after they got Trey Benson at 66. Honestly, like looking at Arizona's roster right now, like I'm just watching all of the tiny little bits and pieces like of that roster, and admittedly it was pretty segmented going into free agency this year. Dude, it's looking pretty good. Like, it's looking scary. And then all of their lower 6 picks were secondary and O-line. So they got Isaiah Adams, Elijah Jones, and Xavier Thomas. And, like, dude, that's a pretty good starter pack for, like, any team, to be completely honest with you. I really like this draft class from them. Thoughts?
I don't think I'm as high on it, but that's partially just because some of the names at the bottom of the board I'm not as familiar with. In regards to names on the top of the board, I mean, MHJ literally needs no explanation. Darius Robinson was someone I wanted Detroit to take at the end of the first round with their pick. I would have been very happy with him.
Same.
He played in a 4-3 at Mizzou, but I would argue that he has some ability to come out and play in the 3-4. He's good with his hand in the ground, but he also can be really good coming out of that 3-4 stance as like an outside linebacker, rush outside linebacker, just foot in the ground in that fucking menacing rusher stance. Max Melton, I also very much like out of Rutgers. I'm a fan of Rutgers in general. Their defense last year was really underrated, and I thought Max Melton
Yeah.
was a key piece to that.
Correct.
Tip Ryman as well. I don't think that he was necessarily a third-round pick. I thought that he could have gone later. But if you're looking for someone that complements Trey McBride and gives you the opportunity to run like a 2 tight end set with one of your tight ends staying to block and the other one going out to like run routes, or even like switch it up and maybe surprise him with Ryman doing that, because I mean he's not terrible at it.
Mhm.
You know, I like it for that. He's basically He's basically the exact opposite of Trey McBride. So I kind of like it for that reason. Overall, though, I think that their draft, just based on my knowledge of it, I would give it like a B plus. I'm not as high on Trey Benson as well, so that's part of it.
Fair.
I thought
That's
there were
understandable.
a few
I think
running
Trey
backs
Benson would be
better.
able to do some work. Definitely, I would say B plus. Overall, they did exactly what they needed to, as Griff said. Like,
the only
they
real
covered their
need,
bases and then just built a foundation in the defense.
the only real
They
need
got-
that they didn't address is guard. But I would imagine the goal is probably to slide somebody that they have into guard. So like
I'm
Paris
pretty sure
Johnson
Isaiah-
Jr. is a guard. Kelvin Beacham's
Isaiah
guard.
Adams is a guard. Yeah.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure that's why they got him. Was Isaiah? That's another
Yeah.
pick I mentioned as their lower in their lower rounds. That was like that's
Oh,
a good fucking.
Why the hell?
Yeah.
Why the hell is he
was a
listed
good
as a
pick.
tackle?
Yeah, he was a good pick for them.
Oh,
He is
Tenet right
listed-
tackle. Okay.
Yep, he is. Yeah, he is listed. As
Oh,
tackle,
so
but
he's
I'm
just
pretty
got
sure he's-
positional versatility. Oh yeah, that's a really good pick then.
Yeah.
You're-
Okay, word. As well too, I feel like I should note this. I just didn't have as like a whole shit ton of time to gather notes and do real in-depth looks, just because I had other stuff going on yesterday and today, so I
We're
didn't
just
get to
going to
do.
talk about it.
Well, I'm more just saying that for like any of the viewers that are like, "Wow, this host doesn't know shit." I didn't have as much time. I apologize. I was at the draft, so I was not able to lock in the way I otherwise would have.
That's
You're too busy enjoying yourself, as you should have.
That and I should say this as well. The main reason I didn't get notes is because I was busy trying to record content mainly on day one. So look out for that. I got a vlog that'll be coming at some point.
Yes, sir.
I got a ton of interviews with fans too, fans of certain teams. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. Even if it doesn't perform well, I think that'll be a fun interview.
Shorts content on the way.
Oh, that is
Possibly
definitely some
YouTube
shorts content.
on the way.
That is definitely some shorts content. I just don't know
Okay.
how to cut it up.
Let's get that out
Damn.
there, man.
All
Get
right.
that out there.
I say none of us have any comments on the Cardinals, right? We can move on.
No, I think solid picks.
Okay, cool. Atlanta, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, pretty much.
like me for real.
What are you doing? I need somebody in the front office to give me an explanation that's not laced with fentanyl.
We need a front
Michael Penix!
from the Falcons. Straight up.
Do you want to know? You
Yeah.
want to know my grade for Falcons?
That shit better be like a
Hey,
D.
Do you
Yeah,
guys like
that's
an
exactly
injury-ridden
what it was.
quarterback or what?
I
that's
give
exactly what I
them
picked.
I give them a D plus because I like the back end of their draft a little bit. They do have some names in here, but
They
your
do.
first
Yeah,
your
they
first two
definitely do.
picks. What is your Rukaroro? He's got some potential. He's fine. You had better
Bro, I'm
options
trying-
available.
Yeah,
You had better options available at D tackle.
Quarterback is great.
Dude, Penix, look, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not as high on Penix as a lot of others. I mean, apparently his medical's
He's
checked
old.
out. But,
I mean,
If-
great. So
It-
has plenty of other.
look, if your plan is to copy the Green Bay model, I hear you. I do. I get it. I understand. It worked for them. Other teams are going to copy it. We knew that would happen. You guys signed Kirk Cousins to a 4-year contract worth over $100 million, where your soonest out is in 2 years, and he's gonna take a fucking heavy cap hit to be traded and released at third. If you are going to
Kirk Cousins not know about this pick?
No, he wasn't informed. They didn't talk to him about it at all.
That's what I heard.
Which is like,
know until his agent called him.
What are you doing? You're all in. You are very clearly all in. You don't pay Kirk Cousins that money unless you are all in. Everybody knows you are all in. So what?
You don't tell him when you first round a freaking quarterback.
Talk to him and communicate. Because as the front office, what example does that set to any other star that you try to bring in those doors?
It's like, hey, we might just get your replacement and not tell you. What
right away. Literally right away. And look, I hear your logic. Oh, we're not going to be picking up this high again. You're right. You're not. You know what you do then? You take the quarterback.
Michael Penix.
Well, or if you're going to take a quarterback, hey, dickheads. You have a 20-year-old that you can mold for those 3 to 4 years. Why not take him? He's going to be 24 by the time Kirk's contract is done. You get probably, 12 to 15 years of really good quarterback play if JJ works out?
Yes.
How many do you get with Penix?
Yeah.
You get like a decade? Cool. That's still a long time if he decides to play until he's 38.
I say he has maybe 9 years of window. Maybe.
He's 24. I mean, he's 24 right now. He's not ludicrously old. Joe Burrow was 23 when he came in the league.
Sanch, he's not going to play for like the first 2 or 3 years.
I know, and he's one of the most pro-ready quarterbacks.
Yes. So
no matter of what your view of him is and his ceiling, his floor is a quarterback that has started a fuck ton of games.
And a bunch of different programs.
He played for 2 different programs and I think 2 or 3 different systems.
Oh, yeah, 3 different
The only other more experienced quarterback is Bo Nix. And I want to say this real quick. The idea that some people view Bo Nix as a project quarterback
is crazy.
No one has ever started more games at the collegiate level. No. What kind of project quarterback is that?
Had the highest completion percentage.
Yeah, Bo Nix is a stud.
Like,
he's gonna do very well for the Broncos.
Nobody has seen. Oh, I'll get to Denver. Nobody has seen more coverages in football coming out of college. Nobody.
Correct.
He played in the SEC, in the Pac-12. They are schematically 2 different defensive leagues. That this would be just as stupid as someone like, I don't know, who's a team with an aging quarterback that like the Rams. Let's look at the Rams. If they had just re-signed Stafford, and then we're like, yeah, let's draft Bo Nix, the most experienced quarterback who's seen the most defenses and played the most games. Are you going to develop him anymore? He needs to play. That's his strength. I don't get it. From a front office standpoint, I don't get it.
Let the boy play.
I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed.
And you know what's even more frustrating with me giving it a D? The rest of their class is pretty good. Braylon Trice had the highest win rate as a pass rusher. He's a very high floor player.
But guess what?
J.D. Bertrand is a great leader.
J.D. Bertrand is a stud.
He's a great leader at linebacker. Jace McClellan, he's a walking home run. Casey Washington is fucking big-bodied. To an extent, he plays bigger than he is. This is a really good draft class otherwise. Zion Logue is a fucking fantastic run defender.
It's still a D because it's so much wasted capital.
What?
Yes. How can we ruin this for everybody?
Like, look,
Yeah,
if
how can we ruin number 8 pick and one of the
How
most
can we
like
ruin this for Michael Penix Jr.?
if they had drafted like Leatu Latu, Jared Verse, hell, take fucking like Quinyon Mitchell or some shit. If you really want to be ballsy, if you really want to do some dumb shit, but why, do like? I get it, but I don't. Cause you just signed Kirk to over $100 million, guaranteed.
What makes me sad is when I heard this pick, I was like, "Oh, that's surprising," but I understand the logic, but that doesn't mean the logic is justifiable.
Exactly.
Like if I was at the head of that front office, I'd be thinking like, that's a weird time to hedge that bet. That's a really, really bad time to hedge that bet. Like
a year into the contract, yeah, probably you could justify it a little. You could justify it a little easier 1 year in.
No, next year the quarterback draft class is still gonna be pretty decent. Like
nowhere near this class, but
nowhere near this class, obviously, because this has been one of the most quarterback-heavy draft classes in a while. But next year is still gonna be, and the year after that's still gonna be pretty decent. Like there's still gonna be a couple good backs on that board. So the why undermine one of the highest paid football players for 3 years? Like what? It doesn't make any sense.
I have an easier solution as well. If you still want to take a quarterback, and I understand, actually no, the ceiling on these two isn't even lower. I would argue it's potentially higher. You have Spencer Rattler and Joe Milton literally chilling in the late rounds.
Yeah.
If you
New England has their bet in the same draft.
Because if they're going to run this as Kirk Cousins is their starter, and Michael Penix Jr. is there for when Kirk Cousins, admittedly, will probably get hurt.
Yes, yeah, his knee will crumble.
They want somebody good to fill his spot if they're actually looking to make a run.
Rattler could do that, though. Honestly.
Yeah,
I agree. I don't think.
And that's why it's such a waste. Because Kirk Cousins will get them where they need to go.
Oh, yes. Good enough backup. Isn't Heineke still on the roster?
Yes.
He can win you a few games. With a competent coach, he can win you a few games. Even now.
Would I trust Heineke in a wild card game? No.
No.
To win a couple of like decent regular season game, mid-season game, like.
But would you trust Penix to win a wild card game right now?
All right, let me.
I'd have to see him play professional football.
Let me.
And also, okay. You want to cook? I thought you said think. Cook.
No, I want to cook. Okay, because hear me out. I think if Penix gets a non-scoff-affable amount of playing time in the NFL, and then Kirk gets hurt and then has to play a wild card game, I think Michael Penix can win that game probably 6 out of 10 times. Am I crazy in saying that?
I think so. I think so. Personally,
I'm trying to cook.
Well, actually, with that roster,
I'd give him the flip side of that. Maybe 4 out of 10.
I'm thinking 3 to 4. Because let's look at it this way. In the college football playoffs, he played Texas's defense. Texas has a really good front seven. The secondary was doo-doo butterscotch. And he had his best game of his college career against a really, really bad secondary. I'm not shitting on it. I'm not taking it away. That's just facts. When he came in and he played an all-around fantastic defense in Michigan, he did not play nearly as well. And the problem is, most defenses, especially if you make the playoffs, are going to be just as good, if not better, than Michigan's.
Yeah.
They will be better. They will be better. Like, it's not a question of, they might. They will be.
Well, and also, like, realistically,
so you have to beat them.
A small misnomer in this argument, like schematically, like college to pro defense, completely fucking different. But we're just gonna cast that to the wayside for a second here.
Well, except for I'll throw this in. Michigan's is a very pro style defense.
Well, yeah. Look at the amount of players that got drafted.
But
off of that
even
defense.
look at the amount of different things that we ran a good amount of like cover ones with a robber or I'm blanking on the name of the line. I'm forgetting on what the term for the linebacker is that runs the zone in that little cover one with the high safety scheme.
It's usually spy or contain.
No.
Usually...
I'm thinking of the zone. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, so
the
middle linebacker, drop
zone,
back.
the one guy deep zone on man.
Yeah,
No,
that.
So,
I mean, basically.
okay. I know.
But the linebacker, because the robber is safety. I just forget what the term for the linebacker is, but the linebacker basically plays the robber role. We ran a good amount of that. We ran a lot of cover 2. We ran a lot of man blitz zone. Like, we threw everything at him.
Correct. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think that Penix could win one of those games, like Michael said, 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10 times. With the Falcons roster, I might throw it up to 50-50.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It truly depends on the defense. Because if he's like, let's put it this way: if the Cowboys like lose their division to the Eagles and they're seeded at like the 5 seed, and the Falcons are the worst division winner, and Penix has to come in and play the Cowboys defense, sweet fucking Lord, goodbye Atlanta.
Yeah,
It would.
Yeah, I agree.
Would walk all over him.
Like, I understand playoff Dallas isn't regular season Dallas, but also hopefully new defensive coordinator will help fix that.
Jesus.
But that's just what I mean. I'm not as high on Penix as part of the problem.
Well, see, the only reason why I'm somewhat high on Penix is, well, one, the amount of tape to watch on him. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot of like good football. Yeah, there's a lot of good football that he's put on tape. That's just a fact. Like, and the one problem is one, medicals. We all know that knee is explodable, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't forget the shoulder too. He's had 2 of them.
Oh yeah, let us not forget. And like all of the Michael Penix, like we don't wish those kind of injuries on literally anybody.
He just gets hurt.
You just comment on what you say.
Exactly.
It's the reason I didn't think he would be a first rounder because of his age and injury concerns. Fuck me though.
Yeah, he's an injury-prone QB. And the thing is, they already have an injury-prone QB, which is why I'm just.
Well, okay, no, Kirk. I'm just gonna dispel that. Kirk is not injury-prone. He had one freak Achilles injury. Kirk has been one of the most consistent starters in the league since he's gotten here.
And Kirk knows how to take.
The only time he was ever taken out as the starter was when RG3 was still the quarterback in Washington, and Kirk was the backup. That's the only times he was ever taken out as the starter.
Pain.
Back in the day.
Anguish.
So, I'm just gonna throw that out there because a lot of people do actually think Kirk's injury prone now. He's certainly not.
I just think that he is, like you said, like one of the more pro-ready quarterbacks in this draft class.
That's just why I don't get it.
And when his arm strength aligns with like his deep accuracy in the right situations, and he has a coordinator that could, maybe abuse the shit out of that. Like, I'm just saying, like,
I mean, look,
football. Just saying,
Michael Penix to Drake London in about 4 years will be a fun connection. Michael Penix to Kyle Pitts could be really fun. But just like if your goal's to win right now, this wasn't the draft class.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that statement, Sanch.
If you
so
want
Sanchez, you said D+.
Yeah, I give him a D+ just because of the talent in the back end.
Go ahead.
I said what I had to say.
Okay. I was just gonna say I probably agree with you. The back end of their picks decent, but I just can't get over those first 2. It could just confuse them.
Both nights I was like,
I can't pronounce his name.
Pretty sure it's a row.
Oro.
I think it's a row.
It's Ro.
Ruka.
Sure.
Anyways, let's move on to an actually good draft class. Holy shit, Baltimore! Holy fuck! You want to talk about a good draft class? We're going from a D+, A+. I'm not thinking twice about it. Nate Wiggins
Dude,
at 30. TJ, hold on. I need to find the exact spot for this motherfucker.
Dude,
Good team.
their top
It
three
was
picks
already
are
a good
ridiculous.
team, but they're just going to be better.
Bro,
Adisa Isaac is one of my favorite linebackers in this draft class. He's 6'4" and 247, and I'm pretty sure he runs like almost a sub 4.6. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
well, and add to that defense, too. TJ Tampa at 130.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross.
Yeah.
He is a zone corner. You want to see a zone scheme?
Yeah, it's going to the perfect place.
Actually,
Lead 'em
no.
up.
Baltimore runs a little bit of
Lead 'em
both.
up.
So as long as
They
Tampa
do.
can shore up his
They do.
man coverage.
They
No,
run
actually,
a
scheme.
60-40 split.
He's a no.
Or
Fucking
73.
scratch that, bro. Bro's pretty fucking versatile. Never mind. I
What,
forgot.
Tampa?
I
Yeah,
forgot
you
he
can
can play
man.
both man and zone. I don't know why he fell that far. I had a buddy talking to me about him as a first round pick. I didn't necessarily think he was that good, but
Did he drop all the way to 4?
he dropped, bro. Round 4, pick 30, overall 130.
Yeah, that's a steal, dude.
I don't get it. They got Devontae Walker as well. Roger Rosengarten, who could have snuck into the first round and I wouldn't have been surprised. Rasheem Ali, who packs a fantastic punch with Keaton Mitchell. Devin Leary,
Good workhorse.
who could actually become a pretty good backup. And Nick Samick with MSU, who was like their only good lineman. He's a fucking baller.
Yep.
Yeah.
A
I mean,
plus.
Kane. No. Even though he's in the 7th round, like,
I just don't know shit
Kane?
about Kane.
I watched a little tape on him at Purdue. Broken cover. Can cover man. He's out there like that. He's a good safety. He can come down a bit.
So more of a hybrid then.
Yes, exactly.
That's what
He's a-
Baltimore likes, so that works with the scheme.
Yeah, no,
They
he's a
do.
perfect 50-50
Yeah.
safety, basically.
Good.
So yeah,
Going up
like,
and scary.
that team's already terrifying. I'm already horrified to probably play them next year.
That Devontae Walker is going to be very nice for them. He would have been picked a lot higher if he didn't
Yes.
have that whole crock of bullshit with the NCAA and all that shit that plagued him this last year with, all that. Because I
How
would
can we
imagine that
bring
had to fuck
down-
with his mental.
How can we bring down young, successful men that are like 19 through 20?
Hey, he's gonna ball. That I love how too. This is the best draft class we've seen so far, in my opinion. Granted, we've only talked about 3, but Atlanta got like 20 minutes, and Baltimore's gotten 5. But like, what? There's not really much you can say about it other than like, yeah, good
Baltimore
pick,
doesn't-
good
yeah.
pick, good
They're
pick.
just building on what they already had.
Yes, yeah. They're already a good fucking team, so this is a scary draft.
Exactly.
And they're building onto the defense.
They're looking for a run. So
They need
this
the
is what
defense
they
to
needed.
shore up a little bit, and I think Devontae Walker does help.
Isaac.
And hell, Rasheem Ali helps with opening up the offense a bit too.
Nate Wiggins is
Yeah.
a dog. If you watch any tape on him, he's a fucking savage.
I would have liked him in Detroit, but hey, I'm
No,
happy,
same.
I'm happy with
Yeah.
who we got.
Yeah.
He was on my board too, Sanch. Fuck yeah.
Buffalo. Actually, does anyone have any more Baltimore thoughts?
No, I think A+ team.
Yep, A+. That was my grade.
Okay. Buffalo. Anybody else have any thoughts first?
I mean, someone had to get Keon.
I think
Yeah.
that's a really good pick.
Yeah, and like thinking about it now, it's just like for a rebuilding team, like he'll be honestly like really good.
Did you
fucking
say a
receiver.
rebuilding team?
Well, yeah, because at least defensively.
They're not
look
going to
at
be
their roster.
rebuilding. They're not going to be rebuilding.
Well, not like in the literal sense of the term, but they offloaded a lot of fucking people in free agency.
Oh, I
A
know.
lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't think this might be a hot take. I just think they're going
And they
to.
got Cole Bishop.
I just think that they're going to reload.
No, honestly, I might have to raise my grade because I didn't realize they got Cole. Cole was up there on one of my top safeties. Cole Bishop.
And on the second round, yeah, he's a fucking dog. And Ray Davis is a dog at running back too.
He's all
Carried
yeah,
Kentucky's
he was a
offense
stud
for the most
at
part.
Kentucky.
Cedric Van Pran Granger's a really good center. Fucking Javon Solomon's a beast off the edge at Troy.
Foshio's a great linebacker.
They've got a
Washington.
lot of protection too. They got a lot of
Yeah.
protection
Yep.
for
Yeah, they-
Josh. Josh
Tackle
does
guard.
need it.
They want their boy safe because he don't like to move. I mean, he can when he needs to, but
Josh loves
That
to
fucker
move.
needs-
That's the problem.
He needs to learn how. Yes, I was about to say that is exactly the issue because bro just fucking
Settle
crash
down.
dummies himself into 2 linebackers and then just gets up like it's okay.
He
He's the perfect build for it.
he just
Well,
needs
yeah,
to
but
learn
the
to
problem
fucking not do that.
Having a new QB.
Slide, please. Slide,
Josh, we care about your shoulder.
For
Please
any
stop.
reason.
My
My
wife loves you very much.
my one question is this: why did you guys have to trade with the Chiefs? I get it. You'll trade with anyone if they'll give you the right package. You guys trading with the Chiefs started this whole situation you guys are in, and you know that. You know that. So why would you trade with them to give them what they want? Why? Just take who they want. Take who they want. Don't give it to them. Like, huh? I don't know why they did that. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
Is Griff still with us?
Griff?
Sorry, I was just going through notes.
Nope, you're
No, you're
good.
good.
I just wanted to be sure shit didn't drop. Yeah, I don't know why they traded with the fucking Bills though. And then I want to there was actually this really funny moment while I was there. So obviously a shit ton of Bills fans were waiting the whole draft. They ended up when they traded back with the Chiefs. First off, a ton of Bills fans were just like adamantly pissed off. They did not want to exist anymore. One of them fucking put his hood up and just pulled the drawstrings and was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Literally imploded.
When they traded out of the first round, I literally was tapping the Bills. I was tapping a Bills fan next to me to be like, hey, when they get their pick, do you think I can interview you? You know, get your thoughts on it. And literally, as I'm asking, I just go, hey, when you guys make your pick, do you think... And then I turn and look, and I see the Panthers logo pop up on screen, and I just go, never mind. Never mind. I felt so bad for him. Dude, he walked away so sad. And then another Bills fan, when he walked away, he dropped his phone.
Oh,
So he dropped it, and that shit was on like 12%.
honestly, send a nice bottle of whiskey to a Bills fan. You know they probably need it.
He got his phone back. By the way,
It's not looking.
I made sure he got his phone.
Good.
I mean, I thought their
see.
draft was pretty good though. Overall,
Yeah,
I think they'll be
I
fine.
mean they got
too.
Michael Barrett.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael Barrett's a nice linebacker. That's a nice linebacker for him. He can actually man a defense too. And look, I don't think the wide receiver core is that bad. Is it shallow? Yeah. You know what there is for that? Veterans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel. You'll live with that right now. Matt Collins as your fourth guy. You'll live with that. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. And also, I'm sorry, go look at their names on defense. They still have... Terrell Bernard's a good linebacker. Matt Milano's really good, but he's injury prone. Von Miller is in existence, but AJ Epinesa is behind him, and Javon Solomon can even step up ahead of him. Ed Oliver, Deshaun Williams, Dwayne Carter, Daquan Jones, Gregory Rousseau, Rasul Douglas, Taylor Rapp, Mike Edwards. Their secondary isn't that great, necessarily. That's probably the defense, but also you can sign some vets for that. I don't think they'll be a Super Bowl contender. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Playoffs, though? I don't think they'll fall off a cliff.
No, not like they did last year.
They can spot not tight ends. They can spot a good linebacker from a mile away. I don't know what's going on in that front office, but like, someone's got like a heat-seeking gun.
You said who? Oh, Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina.
Yeah.
You moved down to Carolina. Shit.
Yes, my bad. Am I the wrong thing?
Whoops. Yeah, I was talking about Buffalo.
Michael Barrett, Sanchez. You said Michael Barrett. That's the Panthers.
I wasn't, because I was looking at the Bills depth chart and heard him say that and was like, I didn't think you got Michael Barrett.
Bad.
Whoops.
Okay, no.
You threw me off a little bit.
Disregard.
I was
That's
talking.
why I looked at their depth
about
chart and I
Panthers
was like, where the fuck is Michael
I
Barrett?
was very confused.
Okay, all good, all good. We'll jump to Panthers. Fuck it. Bills, you got your love. Y'all are still going to be fine. Panthers, I thought, did really well.
Yeah, this is a good draft, but what the fuck even is this ownership, to be real?
The video of David Tepper. To anyone that didn't see, to anyone that somehow didn't see the video,
That shit was
A-
hilarious.
a Carolina-
I was
a Carolina restaurant owner put up a sign that said, please let the coach and GM draft. And, you know, like most Panthers fans would at this point, they all fucking hate David Tepper. And so what does David Tepper do? He walks in there and berates the owner. And I'm sorry, I don't care how much money you have. If you walk up to me and you pull my hat off of my fucking head, meet me outside, bitch.
I'm about to be
Meet me outside. I don't care how much money you have.
Yeah.
That is disrespectful, and you obviously don't respect me as a man.
Yeah.
There's a reason why that sign's out there.
Like,
There's a reason why they went 2-15 last season.
Dead ass.
they were lucky to get the 2.
Can I cook with Carolina?
Go ahead.
So, I kind of prefaced this on accident, to be granted, but whoever the linebacker scout is at Carolina, bro, I don't know who you are, but you deserve a fucking raise. Because Trevin Wallace and Michael Barrett in the same draft class, that's
gonna
gross.
be crazy.
That's gross. That is disgusting work. Like especially from a
Fastest 40 time?
Yep, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
6'1", 237.
Yeah, that's a freight train.
backfield. Yeah,
Michael Barrett's
so-
only 5'11"?
Yeah, but he's
He
233.
plays bigger than
Yeah,
that.
he's a monster.
He's going to be probably their Mike, I would imagine, too.
Yeah, he's a good
I would hope
player.
he's the Mike.
Bro can read from a fucking mile away. It's scary.
And you know
Makes
what,
sense.
too? If you
Defense so
want
fucking good.
if you want a leader and you want someone with a shit ton of experience on that defense who can potentially spot in as low-end starter, maybe a rotational piece, unless he, really develops in the pros, shit, you got a leader right there who can come in and help man the defense. And if not man it from the field, maybe help man it from the sideline, because, again, the Bo Nix of defense,
Yeah.
how many offenses has this bastard seen? A lot. And that's even the lower end of their draft class. Charles Smith Wade, I don't know much about him, but Lord, I love the name. Jatavian Sanders is a fucking dog.
Correct.
Probably the best tight end in the draft if you can actually get him to work. You hope he will in the NFL. Jonathan Brooks is a fantastic running back, and Xavier Legette is going to become Bryce Young's new best
monster.
friend.
Correct.
Yeah, and the
Perfect
fact that he's
match.
staying in... Well, I guess he's not staying because Carolina's in North Carolina and he's
He's staying in the
from
Carolinas.
South Carolina, but almost staying at home. Yeah. He could live at home.
Average 17.7 yards per catch. That's ridiculous.
He's a very good deep threat, and it says he's only 6'1". He plays a lot bigger than that.
Yes, he plays huge, dude.
And
Especially
he
if you
ran a
watch-
4.39.
What's his vert?
Let's see.
That's a real question.
I'm pretty sure it was really good. I think it was one of the higher verts in the class, if I remember correctly. Give me just a second. I gotta do a Google search because it's not on his ESPN for some reason. I thought they put the, stats from the combine up there. 6'1", 221 height, 9-inch hands, 31 and 7/8 inch arms, 77 and 1/4 or and a half wingspan. He had a 40-inch vert and a 10 foot 6-inch broad with a 4.39 40.
Okay, bro. We see
Chill
you.
out.
We see you.
Yeah, he's got a vert. I knew he had a vert. I didn't remember how big it was. It was one of the bigger ones in the draft, though. Shout out as well.
That's why you play so fucking big.
I don't. Yeah, oh, I need to see where this dude went as well because I'm putting this name out there. He had the highest fucking 40 time in the draft, or not 40 time. Sorry, highest vert in the draft. I need to see if this motherfucker has signed yet. Jalen Coker, NFL, undrafted free agents. There we go. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm sorry. I have to just check this for myself. We had a few guys as well that got signed in the undrafted free agency, so that's pretty cool. Don't stop it. Command F. Jalen. Carolina Panthers! They actually did get him!
Yep.
Wow! Okay, I'm really glad I looked that up now. Well, the receiver I wanted them to get anyways is here. They got Jalen Coker. He had like a 42-inch vert or some shit.
Jesus Christ. You're literally just a missile.
42-inch vert. I think he ran like a high 4.4. He's got some potential. He's got some pop to him. That's a name to potentially look out for. Wow, okay, that timing was fantastic. I don't regret taking that long at all anymore. I give the Panthers a B. B+. I thought this was a really good restoration project for the offense. I think it's really nice, too, for their free agency signings because Jalen Coker will get run. Sam Pinckney from Coastal Carolina will get some run. Devin Carter out of West Virginia will probably get some run.
Yes, sir, he will.
Like, they got bodies now that will get some run. Wow, I cannot believe I actually just pulled that up and he was right fucking there. Okay, that's interesting. Alright.
B+.
Da best!
The Da Bears.
B+.
A+.
No. Oh, the Bears, A fucking plus. No, this is a
5
really good
picks,
draft.
but good God.
If you're a bust, you're the biggest bust of all time.
No, it's not going to be his fault.
Yeah, it is.
Jamarcus Russell still exists.
This is a good draft, though, boys. Like, this really is a good draft.
Bro, Kieran Amigdaji. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Kieran Amigdaji.
Yes.
Fucking monster out of Yale.
Yep.
He's got a lot of tools with him, too. 6'5", 323. I didn't realize he was 6'5". I knew he was big boy. Played at right guard. Moved to left tackle. Like, he's played both, and both sides of the line of scrimmage, which is very impressive. He is a mauler. He has all of the potential in the world. I don't even know who let them get Roma Dunze? Who?
That's facts.
Yeah, that's gonna be broken.
The Caleb Williams route. Oh, dude. The Dunze Williams combo is gonna be wild.
Disgusting. Yeah. And then they literally got, like, who's probably going to be the best punter of all time by the end of it. And they got a project of a fucking edge who's a really good edge, or a really good project.
Iowa's cracked.
Tory Taylor boots it fucking 70 yards easy.
He put it wherever he wants.
They could have ended the draft there, and it probably would have been like an A. But I think Austin Booker makes it an A+, because that's a very, very, very good project end that you can try to develop behind Montez Sweat.
Yeah.
That's an A+ draft, boys. I was saying it was the first glaring obvious one. Done.
I don't love you, the Bears, but I love those picks.
Very solid.
That team. The only thing that doesn't scare me about the team right now is DeAndre Swift. I'm being deadass.
Yeah, for real.
We love you, but we don't miss you, Swift.
Yeah, we don't miss you. Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
I hope you do well, though. I hope you develop some vision.
We like Gibbs.
Our division is scary now. I just want to say that. It's a very scary place.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
That's facts.
Your team! Griff, I'm going to let you open it up with your team.
All right.
Lions? What are we doing?
I thought your team was the Bengals.
Bengals, yes.
I was going to say, I know you're kind of a Lions guy, too, but...
They got Mims, yes. I adopted the Bengals when the Lions were trash when I was a little kid because I was tired of crying at every single Lions game.
Anyway. Imagine adopting the Bengals as the team.
Hey, I like Chad and Carson, and it was a fun team to watch.
And
at the
Andy
time.
Dalton.
Don't touch me. Dude, not that part. Anyway, um, so Mims, I'm so happy they got Mims, bro. Mims is such a great tackle. He's a fucking refrigerator. You can't fucking move him. Like there's a reason why he got picked at 18. Just saying. Then they got Chris Jenkins, bro. And man, do we really need to say much? Like we watched him all season, just destroy.
I was
things.
kind of surprised he went so high, though.
I'm not. His tape's looking.
Yeah.
Good,
I
dude.
thought he was going to be a third rounder. That was it. I thought it was just a round earlier than I expected.
Fair. I get it. And then I mean,
Still a really
Jermaine
good pick,
Burton's Savage.
Oh, Jermaine Burton! How?
At third at 16. Good
How?
pick, dude. Do you want to know who else they got? They got Eric All.
Yeah, that's a really good tight end. If he can stay healthy, that's a really good receiving
Eric
tight end.
Hall. He is fantastic.
And they got Josh
Iowa
Fu-
always produces good receiving tight ends. They always do.
And so does
Yeah,
Harbaugh.
Matt
Don't forget he was here.
Matt Lee's a good center. Just throwing it out there.
Josh Newton's a pretty good corner, too.
Facts. Yep. No, this is a really like. I give this a B plus. Just live.
I
right
was just
now.
about to say B+.
Mims. They filled the biggest holes exactly the way they should have. To be honest, so I can't really complain. It just lacks a little flair. I just the only issue that is that's casual fucking take, and I'm not a casual, and I love this fucking draft because I love Mims. I love the top like 5 picks of this draft so much. Anyway,
What do you
On
think they're
Cleveland?
going to do about running backs?
Pray.
Because I'm going to check. Isn't your RB1 right now? Zach Moss and Chase Brown. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I'm praying. We can pray.
Chase Brown is good. I actually like Chase
Yeah.
Brown.
I
I don't know about Zach Moss's RB1, though.
though. I just hope his ACL doesn't explode or whatever the fuck it was.
Jamar Chase,
That would
T.
be-
Higgins, Jermaine Burton. Good luck. Oh, and Andre Yoshibas. Oh, and you guys got Kasicki. I forgot about that.
I mean, Burton's pretty good, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he's not bad.
He's
not bad at all.
Good.
He helps take the top off on a offense that's otherwise like not exorbitantly fast.
Correct.
Yeah.
Still burn the shit out of you.
Cleveland! You rat bastards.
Brown.
I mean,
They stole our Zach Zinter, man.
B-, B, but it's less about their picks and more what they had to work with.
Correct.
Michael
Yeah.
Hall's a good pick. I thought Zach Zinter would go a little lower just because of his injury. But
Fair enough.
I think in the third round, if
But
you
there's a
trust that he's not going to be hindered by the injury whatsoever, fantastic pick. Jamari Thrash is a great wide receiver in the 5th round for DeRapists enablers.
Oh, they got Miles Harden. Damn. Okay.
They got some dogs over here.
Yeah, this is not a bad draft.
No,
I give it a B.
I don't know
B+.
much about Watson or Jawan Briggs. I'll be real. But overall,
Yeah. Yeah.
good. Dallas, yeah.
All right. First clearing out of the draft.
I
You know, they
don't-
got a lot of players I like.
I don't agree.
I don't want to talk about it. Fuck the Cowboys.
I don't think that it's necessarily an L, though. I thought Tyler Guyton was interesting. I didn't think that they would go tackle right away.
I
But
don't understand taking that at 29. If
I'm not mad at it either, though. You got to build that offensive lineup.
Facts.
Keep
It's
Dak
fucked
upright.
up right now.
Marshawn Needlin is really good.
They
In
got
the
my
second
favorite
round?
O-lineman of the draft, though. I'm
Cooper
impressed.
Beebe.
Yes, I wish he was a Lion, dude.
Yeah, I kind of thought we might have taken him to be a Zeitler replacement. It was Zeitler we picked up, correct? I'm not bugging.
Yes.
Mhm. I
Cool.
believe so.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, I thought that he was going to be picked up as like a Kevin Zeitler replacement, but hey, whatever.
I'm really sad that they got him, to be honest, because he's a savage. He'll fucking murder your family in front of you. in blocks. It's so funny to watch on tape.
Maurice Liufau and Kalen Carson as well were pretty good pickups in the fucking middle rounds. I'm kind of impressed with. I'm a little higher on their draft class than I know some Cowboys fans are. They were not happy.
Oh, gross audio right there.
The funniest thing though.
I wonder why you'd say that.
There was during the I forget if it was day 1 or day 2. The Packers came up, and we started booing, and I was recording to show my friends. I started a basically crowd wide "fuck the Cowboys" chant.
Good.
And I'm very proud of myself for it.
As you should be.
I think we all have said what we need to about Dallas, right?
Correct.
I'll throw this out there, actually. Marshawn Nealand is a name that we could be hearing soon.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
The DeMarcus Lawrence replacement from the looks of it. We'll see how he develops. He has high upside, and he was definitely really good at Western. Excuse me. Sorry. Denver Broncos! The most slept-on team right now, I think.
Yep, they got exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had some stuff to say about them, didn't you?
I
Perfect
do.
Starter pack.
This is really being pissed on by a lot of people, and I don't understand it. Bo Nix, like I said before, when we were talking about Penix, he's the most experienced quarterback, arguably ever coming out of the draft. Like, help me out here. Are there any other quarterbacks that have played more than him?
Nope.
Like,
I don't believe so. I think it was like...
I think he set a record for the most snaps in college, I believe.
Yeah.
61 starts, wasn't it?
Yep.
Something like that? A
Crazy.
ludicrous amount of
That's a lot
just
of football information.
experience. He's not a project. He's going to come in. If you think he's sitting behind Jarrett Stidham or Zach Wilson, you need to put down the crack pipe. He's the day one starter.
Wilson, I'm sorry.
He's the day one starter. And as well, I got some pushback when I had said I wouldn't mind JJ landing in Denver.
I agree.
Everyone, let's take a listen to some of the people on their depth chart. Javonte Williams, Samaje Perine, Audric Estime now, who's a pretty good running back. Jaleel McLaughlin. They are 4 backs deep, and that is a really good running back room. Cortland Sutton, Josh Reynolds, Marvin Mims, who was coming on at the end of the season, Tim Patrick, who's returning from history again, Adam Troutman, who's a good tight end, Greg Dulcich, who's a really good backup, Troy Franklin, who fell into the 4th and has a ton of experience with Bo Nix, Garrett Bowles, Ben Power, Luke Wattenberg, Quinn Myers, and Mike McGlinchey as your offensive line. That's a really good offense. Maybe not really good. I won't go that far. That's a pretty good offense with a quarterback that can just run it.
That's a good start to an offense.
If Bo Nix can do that, I think Bo Nix might be better than Russ out the gate.
I agree.
Not rookie Russ. Not rookie Russ. For anyone wondering that, not rookie Russ. Russ now. That was in Denver.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think anyone's talking about past Russ, because past Russ was a completely different animal.
Just for anyone that might have got confused, because I did say Russ out the gate. So
they got Troy Franklin. I just want to throw that out there.
I don't understand why people wanted him in the first, because he has drop issues.
Yeah, but he set a single season receiving record for Oregon.
Well, so, and also, I mean, in the 4th round, why not?
He's putting into work.
Yes. Yeah, he's 6'2", 176, and he plays a lot bigger than he fucking is.
And he's got a lot of experience with Bo.
Correct.
I think that alone is a great start for them. And that's not even including Jonah Ellis, who I think's a pretty solid edge out of Utah. Utah has a really good defense just overall. Chris Abrams-Drain, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. I just don't remember how you pronounce it, but he's a dog out of Mizzou. Mizzou had a really good secondary. He was the other dude on the other end of it from Rakestraw who doesn't get as much attention.
Correct.
Devon Vele, he would have been a lot better if they had fucking Cam Rising starting instead of whoever the hell their 2nd and 3rd string was by the end of it. This is a really good draft class. it all comes down to how well Bo Nix plays.
And can run it. Yep.
Here's a hot take. Broncos are a wild card team.
Yeah. I mean, I think Bo Nix and Troy Franklin may be able to put it together.
I'm more looking at the others
running
in
back
the
core.
receiving core. And that running back room is disgusting.
Oh, I know, but just those two coming straight from Oregon, having played together, they're already going to have that.
And I hope Sean
And I think they're
Payton
going
kind
to
of plays into
be
the
able to put
system they
together
played in.
very,
So,
very interesting play.
I mean, let's look at it this way. They have, like, Tim Patrick, who's a pretty good wide receiver and was really, really, really slept on nowadays. He's their fourth wide receiver. Josh Reynolds is as sure-handed as a wide receiver gets outside of that one playoff game that Lions fans will not drop.
Yeah.
Let it go, guys. Let it go. He was really good. Let it go.
He's good.
Marvin Mims is going to be really good for them as well, and we all know what Cortland Sutton does. And Bo Nix has a good arm. Doesn't have a great arm, but he has a good deep ball, good arm, good touch. He could put it up there for Cortland Sutton. And he actually knows how to work the rest of the fucking field.
Mm-hmm.
A for the Broncos.
yes.
And Bo Nix might be a little bit of a reach, but you know what? You secure the quarterback. You don't run the risk of the Raiders potentially taking him, or the Saints potentially taking him, or the Seahawks potentially taking him, all of which we're eyeing first-round quarterbacks.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you get the fifth-year option on him, which I like. And I want to actually go back to Penix real quick. Griff, round of applause, because in our mock draft, you put him in Seattle, and Seattle actually tried to trade up for him.
Yes, I know, because I thought it would make a lot of sense. It was a good take, I think.
I saw that they were reported and the teams tried to trade up for him, and I was like, wow, he was spot on. Okay, then.
Yay, I did it.
All right.
I knew it.
I think that's enough of the Denver Broncos. We've talked about them enough.
Let's move
I
on
think
to our
it's time
boys.
to get to the best draft in the goddamn draft. Brad Holmes, I love you.
Yes.
Holy
Good job.
fuck.
The best A- draft of all time.
I was about to say, not actually the best class, obviously. But this is a very, very, very good draft class.
It's
I
pretty
think
broken.
A- is a very, very good way to put it.
I have an A. The only reason it's not an A plus is I don't know much about Christian Mahogany.
Yes.
Or Giovanni Manu, obviously. But from the tape I saw and his measurables,
Manu, yeah,
Yeah, he's
his
dog.
stats are interesting.
6'8", 350, and he is quick too.
Yep.
He has really good
Very quick
quickness for
hands.
someone of his fucking size. If we can develop him as tackle,
Hopefully he
then
will
A, that's a
protect our
Taylor
boy.
Decker replacement, and B, that's opposite Panay.
Do you know what's funny?
Yeah, no.
Or-
If it's be a Taylor Decker replacement, I'm fine with that because he's going free agent, right?
He'll probably end up having to be a cap casualty at some point.
Yes.
I think it looks like yes, he is set to be a free agent. in
Okay, then
2025.
yeah, this is probably the
This is his replacement.
yeah. If he ends up developing well, which he has all the size to do it, and he looked like he could anchor like a motherfucker.
He can.
Which for 6'8", 350, the ability to just hunker down and anchor yourself, kind of hard once you get
We take that.
kind of hard once you get bigger, because you got to get that knee bend real low.
I'm
He
sorry,
can do
you
it.
said 6'8".
Yeah, he's 6'8", and he can
350.
really get that knee bend and anchor himself down.
If he can get down, he ain't moving.
Oh no!
I want
Granted,
him
he
to be
wasn't.
Max Crosby.
He wasn't playing the whole. Oh, this is offensive tackle, brother.
I know against Max Crosby.
Oh, I thought you said be the next. I was like, sir.
No, I want to see Max Crosby coming at him. I want to see him just. No.
Crosby's fucking him up right now, but give him a couple years. Outside of Arnold and Manu, Ennis Rakestraw in the second round, I would have been so happy with him in the first. So
Yes,
the fact that
same.
we got him in the second and we turned the weakest part of our team
To the strongest in one draft.
a
Yeah.
legitimate strength
happy.
now.
Happy with
No.
our corners.
We
I
got.
just want to
Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to cook so hard right now because we got the two best corners in the draft in my opinion on my board in my
Damn
personal
straight.
opinion. Watching all the tape for cornerbacks after seeing so much shit cornerbacks.
We got
play.
3 and 5 for me personally, but that's still very, very good.
No, I had Terry on it.
Actually, sorry, 2 and 5, 2 and 5.
Yes, no, I had So Terrion was 1, I believe. What's it called? Cooper was 2, and Rackstraw was 3 for me.
Quinion was my number 1.
I did.
Carrion
Hey,
is so good.
oh, actually,
But
what am I saying?
Terrion was my number 2.
I forgot.
Wiggins
about
was my
Quinn
3.
completely.
Or no, sorry,
Holy
Cooper
shit.
was my 3. Wiggins was my 4. Rakestraw was my 5.
Yes,
But
Yeah.
that's
Okay,
it's such a good
too.
class.
that's a really good cornerback class. I just want to hit on that. And bro, in man coverage, Rakestraw, that's scary. That's really
And,
terrifying. If
and
I
that's
was your
all
receiver-
Glenn runs.
No, both of these corners are literally if you watch them on tape, they're made to be like lions. Fast close, violent tackle every time. Every single time.
I said this in my vlog. Aaron Glenn, legitimately, you have no excuse anymore. None.
Yeah.
If the defense is ass, I'm pointing directly at you.
Correct.
And I've been pointing directly at you for a while because your scheme...
built around how you play.
You wouldn't change the scheme. You forced guys to go who were good players but didn't fit your scheme. That's fine.
Now
You got guys that fit your scheme. There is literally no excuse. Outside of the corners as well, like I said, I don't know much about Mahogany. Sione Vaki.
I wanted to hit on
The
Baki as
most-
well.
Versatile player in the fucking draft.
You know he can play linebacker too, right?
Yeah.
really.
He could be a return man. He can be a gunner. He was a running back. He was a
Outside.
safety. He was a linebacker. He legitimately is an army
Any
knife.
position. No, literally any hole we find in that defense next year, we're putting Vaki there. That's literally how it's
That
gonna
guy.
be.
Well, and then, dude, how did Makai Wingo make it to the 6th round?
Yeah, I want to hit on that too. Wingo is a phenomenal tackle. Genuine.
He's a little undersized.
He is a tiny bit undersized, but he makes up for that in speed, violence, and strength entirely.
And
that is
his
just if you watch the tape.
inside-outside versatility. Apparently,
Yes.
he has the quickest 10-yard split out of defensive tackles, which makes sense.
Yikes.
That makes
Yikes.
sense. He's very physical. He's a pretty good run stuffer for someone that's 6 foot 280. 284
Yeah.
is sorry. Let me give him those extra 4. He's a really good pass rusher.
Yeah.
He, like I said, inside-outside versatility. You can put him wherever. You probably want him on the interior in the NFL because 6 foot, those arms will get fucking stopped by an NFL offensive lineman. He probably doesn't have the arm length to play outside. But you can move him there if you want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fantastic.
He plays really big for his size.
And in the 6th round,
steal.
at fucking
Yeah.
what
Almost
189?
Yep.
Ludicrous. Actually ludicrous. You said what's up,
But
Michael?
yeah. I was just gonna say, I got definitely an A minus. A. I
Alright,
just hope,
this is an A.
as you said, Glenn needs to do his freaking job. You got all the pieces, put together the puzzle. It better look fucking beautiful
I mean, there's literally no excuse now.
because there's no excuse.
You got the best corner talent.
You
in
had
college
you
football.
had the pieces last year. You just couldn't change your scheme.
Well, I don't even
This
think
year
that we
you
had
have
the pieces.
You don't have to change your scheme.
I don't even think that we had the pieces last year. He just didn't change the scheme so for us to see if he did or not.
Correct.
If we'd have played into our players' strengths versus just Aaron Glenn's scheme, maybe we would have been a bit more successful in the secondary. But who's to say? I guess we are.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
That's why we're here. But
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. There's no excuse now.
As an avid Detroit Lions
Yeah.
fan, I'm happy with every single one of these picks, and it just feels good to say that because I'm so used to drafts where that's not the case, boys. You know.
The last few years, it's been up.
Yeah, where it's just a groan.
Last few have been home runs, bro.
It feels so nice to be like to feel like I know football and to see all these guys that I'm like, oh my god, I would love you on my team. I would love you on my team. I would love you on my team. You look like you're going to be a stud.
Mm-hmm.
And then us actually pick them. Oh my lord!
Feels good, bro.
Yeah.
Now for not our team, fucking Green Bay motherfucking Packers.
Green Bay Packers.
Honestly, I thought they had a pretty good draft overall.
Yeah.
I agree. Jordan Morgan's solid, bro. I'd pick him at 25 if I were him.
Cooper was a great pick.
Edgar and Cooper was who pissed me off most.
Tyron
Hopper was also very annoying.
As a linebacker enjoyer, this is a good draft.
Tyron Hopper and Edgar and Cooper.
As a Lions fan, I'm upset.
Javon Bullard at safety.
Dude, yeah. As Lions fans, we're all upset at this draft.
Keaton Oladapo at safety.
Dude,
Kalen King at corner in the 7th, by the way.
You have two game runners at linebacker.
Wow. He went 255.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, this is a scary draft.
Kalen King has a decent amount of potential, too. Shout out Michael Pratt as well. One of only, like... I want to count him.
He played really well at Tulane, dude. Yeah, shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There were 11 quarterbacks drafted in this class.
Damn.
6 of them were in the first. Stupid.
I'd say I'd have to give them an A, but I hate them.
I give him an A minus.
A minus.
The main reason I give him an A minus is 3rd round pick Marshawn Lloyd. Let me double check who all was available at this point at running backs, but Marshawn Lloyd was the 4th running back taken off the board. I don't know about that one, Chief. Because it went Brooks, Benson, Corum, and then Lloyd. I don't necessarily like that pick for running back for them. I think Jalen Wright's a better running back. I think Bucky Irving's a better running back. I think Ray Davis is a better running back. I think Braylon Allen's a better running back. I thought that Cody Schrader out of Missouri was a better running back.
Yeah. Underrated. Very underrated.
Undrafted, by the way.
Underrated.
Undrafted.
Someone pick him up.
Yeah, he has to be picked up at this point.
Sign the boy.
He was very good.
Get the man fed. Get him in pads.
Cody, let's see.
If not,
Oh no.
What?
Cody Schrader's a 49er.
Oh, fuck.
This motherfucker about to eat. He's going to be the next random running back that the fucking Niners pull out there that runs for 100 yards. Hey, good for him, though. Good for him. What better place to go?
Yeah.
Get your bird,
He's
bro.
going to get some yards.
What better place? Good for him. I'm glad. Yeah, I give Packers probably B plus A minus. I thought this was a really good draft for them. Unknowingly. Houston Texans.
Oh, what? Damn, I'm actually a fan of this draft. They did pretty good.
I really liked. Okay, now to go away from my notes because this is where I don't have any more. But I still know players, so we rocking. I thought. Sorry, go ahead. You got the floor.
Looking at I'll go defensive side of things. Looking at Kamari and Kalen and fucking Jamal Hill and fucking Marcus Harris, like, dude, just on defensive side of the ball, like, that's a really good fucking draft, dude. Lassiter is one of the best corners in this draft. I think position rank 7 is pretty spot on from ESPN.
Yeah.
Like, they hit that pretty well, but he's a good 7. I'll put it that way. And he plays a lot bigger than 6 foot tall.
That's a very good corner to put next to Derek Stingley as well. Both of them are very good man corners. Both of them like to run press and get aggressive. D'Amico Ryan's defense, that sounds about right.
Fits perfectly.
Yeah.
Genuinely. This is a really good draft. I give it probably an A.
I think I'd go A minus. Blake Fisher's a really good tackle coming out of Notre Dame. Cade Stover in the 4th at tight end. We've watched this man for so long.
Wild.
That's what I was gonna say. What?
He's
Hold on.
very
I want
good
to
at
see. What was
football.
his position rank? Okay.
Can block.
Third
can
tight end.
catch.
Good, because I was gonna say he was a top 3 tight end of the draft.
Yep, and he was.
He's a stud.
Yeah, he was a top 3 tight end.
Jawar Jordan as well. That's a really good punch. I think he could develop into a good tackle, but he obviously needs the right development in the NFL. Ladarius Henderson was, and I just want to point this out real quick. I'm pretty sure he was the only tackle that we had that got drafted, which is weird to me because he was like the weakest one that we had. Trente Jones was a free agent pickup. Carson Barnhart was a free agent pickup. I'm looking to see if there was anybody else on the O-line. Oh, hey, Braden McGregor. Josh Wallace is a Ram. Braden McGregor's a Jet. Oh, shit.
Yep.
And then Drake Nugent went to the Niners. So, yeah, Ladarius Henderson was the only tackle of ours that got drafted, and I thought that he was the worst one. So,
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, how he got drafted and none of the others do. No disrespect to Henderson. I just thought the other one should have been drafted. But, you know, still a good tackle. 7th round. Shot at the dartboard. I want to take a look real quick, just because I want to see who Jawar Jordan is sharing the backfield with. He's a really fun running back. He is a really fun running back. He is a shot of lightning. And oh my God, he's opposite Joe Mixon and Damian Pierce. Yep, that's perfect. That is perfect. Because Jawar Jordan does something that neither of those two do, and that's run really fast. Overall, I'm thinking probably B+, A-.
Yeah.
Colty boys. We got, firstly, Leatu Latu. I think that's a great pick.
Agreed.
Really experienced edge rusher. Really good bend. Really strong hands. I think he could be really good. Adonai Mitchell in the 2nd round is disgusting. Disgusting. Anthony Gold, by the way, 5th round. Really good wide receiver out of Oregon State. He was their number 1 dude. And he's going to end up probably playing the slot because he's 5'8".
Oregon State was a sleeper team this year.
But he is really solid. I don't even think that they have a slot receiver yet either.
Nope.
So
there you go.
He slots in there pretty well. Mike Abraham's pretty good out of Marshall. Jonah Luau out of Oklahoma has some pretty good run-stopping ability to him with his fucking 6'5" self. He played 66 games. Talk about experience. Good Lord. Yeah, I like the Colts draft.
That's crazy.
B+, I think it could have been a little better.
A-. Yeah. I think it's a good draft.
I do think it could have been a little better. But hey, they also, like, a lot of their picks were later in the draft, so you work with what you can. Oh, I didn't even see this either. They got Jalen Carleys. I think that's how you fucking pronounce his last name. Safety out of Missouri. We talked about the safety or the Missouri secondary. There's another one.
It was
All
good.
are drafted.
Jacksonville. Duval. What up?
Can we just 1 second? That you said what was his name? Jalen Carlisle.
Yeah.
Carlisle. He's 6'3" and he plays safety.
Oh yeah, that's probably gonna be a hybrid dude.
Jesus Christ.
That's probably gonna be a hybrid boy.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. If you know that fucking Chris Ballard loves his size demons.
Hey yo, the biddy.
You know I'm right though. Duval County. Brian Thomas. He's known for running a lot of go routes, but he can do more than that. He can do more than that.
Yeah.
He's going to be their wide receiver 1.
LSU.
I mean, they just produce wide
for real.
receivers.
Well, that's what I was thinking. LSU, Florida State, Missouri, Mississippi, Texas,
I didn't even see that
Arkansas,
they had 3
Texas.
LSUs.
They don't like anything north of Tennessee. They're like, we don't fuck with that.
Isn't Missouri technically north of Tennessee?
Yeah, Missouri and Arkansas, I guess. I'm an idiot, but
Technically, they don't like anything that's
Whatever.
not considered a good southern state.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that
If
this
they
is a
don't got a
pretty good draft
draw-
on their end. Oh yeah, they all got a southern
Take
draw.
a pick.
So I didn't mean to cut you off. Fucking Discord delay is a bit of a bitch.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, I think
I'd
this
say
is.
probably B+.
I'd say B. It's not
too
it's not the best class I've seen.
No.
I don't know a whole lot about DeAndre Prince. I don't really know a whole lot about Miles Cole. Cam Little, I know, was a really good kicker out of Arkansas. Kellen Robinson got split reps in Texas, but if you can unlock a little more out of
Jones is a
him,
monster.
I somehow don't know a whole lot about him. He ran a 4.38. Hey,
Yeah, he's pretty good.
if you
can
can
get
get
to
him
the
to play
pocket.
some man.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, Griff, you're around, right?
Kansas City.
Talk to us about the Chiefs.
Cheapers.
God, bastards.
They got Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy.
They got
Need I say more?
Kingsley Suamataia at the bottom of the second.
And Jared Wiley at the bottom of the fourth is crazy.
Absolutely. Jaden Hicks at the bottom of the fourth.
Kamal Hayden is also pretty good project cornerback. No cap.
They got a minus. This is a really good draft class, and I'm annoyed about it. Stop doing things.
All right, are we going to Harbaugh era?
Harbaugh.
Michael,
Sorry.
you wanna talk
Apologies, guys. We're probably gonna start speeding through them a little more. We're at hour 40 in already.
Good old Jimmy. We're an hour 40 in.
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
We're probably not going to be going as in depth with all the teams, because also some of them just don't have as much to be said. Chargers.
Yeah.
This is the perfect example of a Harbaugh team, in my opinion.
Yeah, he just drafted all the tools he needed.
Start with an offensive tackle. Start with a Mauler up
It's
front.
going to be pretty OP.
You got a really good route runner in the second round in Lad McConkey. He will be their wide receiver 1 as well. He will. He's going to be really good. I'm probably going to end up taking him in fantasy as well, if I can.
Junior Colson.
Junior Colson is obviously fantastic.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Justin Adoigbe.
Yeah, I think we know why he picked him.
I was surprised he didn't take Corum.
Damn, Tarheeb went to fucking...
Me too.
Damn.
And Cam Hart. And Cam Hart.
Damn. That's a good cornerback draft class. I'm not going to lie, Tim.
And then they got Brendan Rice and Cornelius Johnson in the 7th.
Yep, that's a good draft
Which, if you...
Hey.
They need a little more wide receiver help, but you know what? If you can develop Cornelius, he can actually be good. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got a vert.
I think
his 10-yard split isn't insane, but I mean,
he took Brennan Rice too.
Yeah, Brendan Rice is not
That was
bad.
he's got some tools too. He's got some tools too. You just have to be able to actually develop them right. Rams. Oh wait, I didn't grade the Chargers. I give this an A minus.
Hey,
A minus. I felt like it could have been a little better. I thought getting another wide receiver in the 4th round would have been smart, just considering where they're at. Maybe get another defensive tackle as well. Oh wait, no, they already did. Never mind.
Yeah.
Get another wide receiver. Get another lineman, like offensive lineman. I felt like that would have been the move, but overall, I don't think this is a bad class for them whatsoever, especially for Harbaugh's first year. Rams. They got. Oh boy.
Some of my favorite fucking players.
Talk about it.
Out of this. Okay, Jared Verse and Braden Fisk are savages. They will cannibalize whatever offensive line you put in front of them.
Jared
if you put
Verse
them on the
especially.
field. Yes, yeah. Jared
Yeah.
Verse is a scary edge. He's one of the best, if not like the top three top three edges in this class are all really, really, really fucking good. Like, so yeah. And 6'4", 254, like, dude, come on.
Fucking Cameron Kitchens exists too on defense.
Yeah.
That's another really nice piece on defense to help. You got Blake Corum at running back, who we all know about.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Tyler Davis, who
Who's
I don't
their
know too
other
much
running
about.
back? Who else?
Kyron Williams.
do they have?
That's a
Running
terrifying
back?
running fucking backfield.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm interested to see how well that works in the NFL.
I want to know who's going to be the speed back. Because neither of them are necessarily that fast.
Well, what if Blake gets his knee back with all this Chargers medicine?
I think Blake got to cut down on the muscle if he wants to get the speed up.
that's fact.
He's still he's still quick and shit, but like he doesn't have the straight line speed the way that he used to. So I just wonder how it'll work with Kyron. But overall, obviously, I think really good running back. I thought he was the second best in the class.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't have him as number one.
Absolutely.
It was just I can justify it for the homer standpoint, but also I thought that there was like decent competition at the fucking running back position. I thought that Jonathan Brooks
absolutely.
was RB1.
There were some studs.
It was just me. All right, any other comments on the Rams?
Corum should have been RB2. No, I think good picks. It's going to be a scary team.
I think the offense is still going to be good. That defense has improved or has proven to improve on, but they'll get there.
Definitely has room for improvement.
Bowers in the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't really know what to give them. I'll be real. I'm leaning
You said
towards
the Raiders?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards a B minus ish.
Probably. Brock Bowers is a good pick.
He's a great pick. He's going to be opposite Michael Mayer. You said what?
So is Powers. Powers is a really good lineman. Or center.
Apparently his medicals were really fun. So that's why he fell so far.
I see.
But if he can stay healthy, he's going to be a really good center. Tommy Eichenberg's a really good linebacker out of OSU. We obviously know all about him.
Yes, we do.
Delmar Glaze is a really good offensive not really good. Pretty good offensive tackle out of Maryland. He can play both left side and right side. He's a pretty good pass blocker. Outside of that, I'm not super familiar with the rest of these dudes. I'll be real. Griff, you got familiarity with him?
What, with fucking Las Vegas?
Yeah, like DeCameron Richardson, Dylan Laub, MJ Devonshire.
No, I'm not gonna lie. They're all kind of misnomerish to me.
Okay, cool. Moving on then.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Actually,
Vegas.
let me take that back. I have seen film on Trey Taylor, and he isn't bad. It's not a bad safety.
Okay. And for the 7th round, you'll take that.
Yeah, I agree.
Shout out the Air Force.
For real.
Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I never heard to see them going to the league.
They just now
Dolphins?
started to be able to go into the league a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolphins are up. I'll be honest. I'm surprised I didn't take the fastest motherfucker at receiver.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised I actually took defense.
Though.
Yeah, but it's Miami. Like, I half expected them to be like, yeah, like, we need
Who needs a
edge.
defense?
But that speed. Look at Worthy.
Cocaine Cowboys, Miami Dolphins.
Facts, though. And hey, you know
That's
what?
true.
They did still get one of the fastest motherfuckers in the draft in Jalen Wright.
Correct.
So, they got the speed
Real.
anyways. Malik Washington out of Virginia is also a very good wide receiver.
Not a bad pick.
Taj Washington
Yeah, he is not a bad
out of
pick.
USC. Really
Pretty
good
good.
pick in the
Taj
7th.
Washington was fun to watch. He was fun to watch.
In the 7th round as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a steal.
You love that. Patrick Paul has potential to play both inside and out. They'll probably end up kicking him inside if I had to.
Damn, I
Waiver
forgot about
guess.
Malik Washington. That's crazy.
Oh,
They
yeah,
got a
Malik's a
good-
dog!
They got a good draft class.
It just sucks when Brennan Armstrong's your quarterback.
Yes.
I can't believe people try to hyping that boy up either. God, the Brennan Armstrong hype was so fucking real for so long. Sorry, I don't understand how that guy got hyped. He is ass. Yeah, I like this class. A minus.
Yep, I agree. A-.
That should be plus.
I'm kind of
Pretty good
surprised
job.
that they didn't take any like
Tight end.
D tackles or tight ends though, because they kind of need that.
No tight end shocked me.
But hey ho.
This is one of my favorite drafts of the class.
Oh,
So
don't
the
I know
Vikings.
it? And I
With our boy,
I love it and I hate
JJ
it.
McCarthy.
mean,
You
look,
have to play him now.
I think obviously
It will be fun to watch.
JJ's a great pick for the Vikings. I think, and specifically for the Vikings.
Yep, I agree.
I think he's great.
Yep.
I think he'll be their wide receiver, or not wide. Whoa. Shit, he could be wide receiver one if you've seen him run.
JJ McCarthy, the wide receiver.
Shit, if you've ever seen
My
him
favorite player.
run on a straight line, he's got the speed. No, I think he'll be a really good quarterback one for the Vikings. Dallas Turner is horrifying. I hate it. I hate it. Walter Ruse is going to be a very good tackle for them. Kyrie Jackson was a fucking really aggressive corner out of Oregon.
Dog.
Will Reichard, however you pronounce it, was damn near automatic at Alabama.
They traded for all these picks except one.
They moved up or down a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of annoying to me, but you know what? You roll with the punches. I do love to see it from my boy JJ. I think that this is an A class.
Hey, yep, I agree.
And a lot of them are
money.
A's because, like, this is a deep draft class.
This is really good.
It's really
A lot
deep.
of good players this year.
We're going to start having less deep draft classes, though, here soon. Because I think within the next couple years, hell, next year might be the last year, the COVID eligibility players are all going to be gone. So, like, those players that were playing the extra year or so,
Yep.
they're not going to be around anymore.
All that extra experience. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is one of the teams I'm more kind of curious to hear your guys' thoughts on.
What,
New England Patriots.
I love this draft class.
The
I'm not gonna lie.
Patties.
For their situation, Sanch, this is a really good fucking draft class. Let's not even
Yeah,
cap.
Drake May was a good pick. They
I
needed
I
him.
thought he was
Joe Milton as well.
I mean,
I'm kind of upset that he went there. I think he had potential going elsewhere.
I said Atlanta would have been great for him.
The Atlanta, yeah, the Falcons. He would have been great there.
The Saints.
But I think he will
Oh
still-
no, not the Saints. He needs longer.
No.
He needs
I
more time in the
think
kitchen.
he could potentially get some snaps in at New England if Drake May has a bad first game or two, and it would be fun to watch.
I would hate that if
Jaheim
Milton
Bell,
got in after the
great
first
pick
two.
out of Florida State. The fact
They
that
got
he went all the
fucking
way to the
Jalen
7th
Polk.
round is kind of crazy.
Jalen Polk is going.
Jalen Polk is another monster.
Javon Baker as
They
well.
also got Javon Baker out of UCF.
He was a
Who,
fucking.
honestly, Didn't get enough talk.
He was a
And
stud.
Caden Wallace is also a really good tackle. This is honestly just a, hey, we need an offense starter
This
pack.
is a
and then you're good.
Yeah. This is an offense
Really good.
starter pick.
They took one defensive player.
Yeah, they got one cornerback. and Marcellus Dial's a good cornerback. Like, he's top 50.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Hey,
Dude,
respect
it's
to them though.
solid
They knew where their fucking weaknesses lied.
Yeah, exactly. They filled every glaringly big hole in the massive amount of holes that is in New England.
The only hole that they didn't fill, according to ESPN, is safety.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
they also
No
have Kyle
further
Duggar. So, like, you'll rock with whoever the hell's the other safety.
I'd say for the Pats, this was an A.
This is another. I think honestly, I'm gonna retroactively change the Vikings to an A minus because I think the Patriots had a better draft. A.
A. I think
Patriots
I
are
think
really
it's
good.
teetering on A plus low key.
Yes,
Because I think Dre May is the most pro, and this includes Knicks, the most pro ready quarterback.
I agree. Yeah, Drake's
And that
a
includes
savage.
Caleb too. I think he's more pro ready than Caleb.
He put a lot of good tape on at North Carolina. A lot.
And with not as much.
Correct. Yep.
So I mean, hey, you want to do a lot with not as much? Hi, New England. A
Going
draft
perfect
class.
looking-
I really hope Drake May works out for him.
Me too. And
Yeah.
if I'm happy that they hedged the bet in the same draft class. That's what I wish Atlanta would have
Yeah,
done.
literally. Like, we're going to take Joe Milton as well.
Yeah, just in case.
I just
Double
don't like
dip.
this as much from Milton. Because
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think Milton could have been really good as like the backup who's learning behind a long time vet and can really see what's going on and really
Like
see
Kirk
how they
Cousins.
operate.
Well, who's the quarterback coach for New England?
Pretty sure it's McCown, if I heard correctly.
Who?
Josh McCown?
Oh. Never mind. I really like this draft.
I might be wrong.
Dude, I think he'll be fine. I think they might get both playing time, to be honest with you.
I would be shocked. I just don't. Oh, I was incorrect. His name is T.C. McCartney. Who did I hear?
What?
Who did I hear that Luke McCown was the QB coach of? It was either Luke or Josh. Give me a second. I know I saw one of them was a quarterback coach. What are you doing now? What are you doing now? I don't think it's Luke. Is it Josh McCown? I know I heard one of them was a quarterback's coach. I could have sworn that it was one of these fuckers.
God damn, Spencer Rattler is ugly.
Yeah, we'll get to the Saints in just a minute. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Sorry, it's just.
Am I? Vikings!
No, I'm sorry.
Vikings hired Josh McCown as the quarterback's coach. Thank
Damn.
God, I knew I was right.
Damn, that's scary. That's a scary Vikings team. I hate our division. It's
I'm
scary.
not gonna lie though. I don't know how much Josh McCown as a quarterback coach scares me, but that's just me personally.
No, but like overall, that's a good team, Sanch.
Oh no.
Now,
Hey, good
Yeah.
draft. Hold on. Griff, I'm gonna let you talk about this real quick while I change into some comfy shorts real quick. Talk about the Saints.
oh fucking, all right. Yeah, Saints had a really good draft class in my opinion, especially for what they fucking needed. I also want to kick it off kind of at a weird misnomer point at round 5, pick 40. Jalen Ford is the most underrated linebacker of this draft. I think putting him at overall position 11 is disgusting. He's really, really, really good, and he has the ability to drop back. He's fast. He's 6'2" and 240. Good linebacker, bro. But on the top order of the draft,
Yeah.
Fuaga, great tackle out of Oregon State. He was the lifeblood of that offense over there, and that's a good team that he came from. Really good team.
Absolutely. No, they're building a great O-line.
Yep. Kool-Aid, not much I can really say about Kool-Aid. He's a corner out of a Bama system.
He should have never been a
Impressed.
second round pick.
He's going to be good.
Yes, he is going, and he's
Yeah, he
gonna-
should have been a first-round pick.
I agree. I think he's going to try to prove a point that he shouldn't have been picked second round. Spencer Rattler, I'm happy they got a quarterback. We'll see if they're happy they got a quarterback later.
He's got so much potential is the problem.
No.
We've seen
don't get me
Rattler
wrong.
be a star before.
No, he put South Carolina on this year. Let's not get it fucked up.
And I guess too, one thing that we need to think about is Leggett has had really one really good year. Who was his quarterback?
Yeah.
Correct.
Spencer
Yep,
Rattler.
that's right.
Bub Beans is also a really good wide receiver out of Pitt.
Yep, yes sir.
He was a
But,
really good wide receiver out of Pitt. He's 6'1", but he plays bigger than that.
I started off with Jalen Ford because I think he's one of the most underrated linebackers in this draft.
I'm glad you started there.
Understandably so.
Christian Boyd,
Ezra
no
is
fucking
good
idea.
too.
Yeah, Ezra is a solid tackle. Especially at a 7th round.
I don't know much about Boyd, I'll be honest. Overall, though, I thought the Saints class was pretty good. B+. I thought it could have been a little...
B+, yeah.
Oh, actually,
I
I'll go A-.
I have him at an A- for my notes. Because Fuaga is such a good pick for them.
Fuaga and I think Kool-Aid.
Yes.
And Rattler in the 5th is actually really good value.
Yes, yeah, I agree. I think, and then with defense picks.
Same with
later
Ford,
on,
too.
like, this is a really, really good draft. This is a solid A-. Are we getting on
There's
to
a lot
the
of good
most
drafts.
incompetent organization aside from Carolina?
Yeah, Giants.
That
Why
ass,
did you?
for real?
Why do you not have
What is wrong with you?
I wish I had words. Genuinely, you guys told Daniel Jones, "Hey, by the way, we're looking at taking a quarterback either in the 1st round or at some point in the draft." You literally told your quarterback this because you want competition. So, I'm looking at your draft class. Where the fuck is the quarterback?
Yep.
I see cornerback. Andrew Phillips out of Kentucky. He's pretty good, too. Tyler Dupin's pretty good. Malik Neighbors is really good. Theo Johnson's good. Tyron Tracy's really good. Darius Muasu is pretty good.
I have his draft as a B. But
Where's your quarterback?
There's some big misnomer at pick number 1 that I'm just kind of sitting here like, this is a really good draft. The front office I just despise because of the lack of awareness at the quarterback position for almost 6 years now.
Look, Neighbors is the right pick. He was the right pick at 6.
I agree, but we need a fucking quarterback.
I thought that they should have taken
talent
Rattler,
in this class.
personally,
Yes.
in the 4th.
Just take Spencer.
I thought they should have taken him in the 4th. Because there were a lot of teams that you look at and you're like, okay, like, yeah, they have Daniel Jones. They've made it abundantly clear they don't know what the hell's happening with him.
You're correct.
So at that point, who, like,
it looks like he's off the perks at his press conferences. It's all bad.
Who's your
what are we doing?
backup, New York? I'm going to check your roster right now. Am I about to go on a fucking New York Giants rant? Who's your backup? Okay, no, you know what? No, you know what? You know what? Yeah, Drew Lock. Okay, you know what? I can actually accept that. I can accept that.
Yeah.
Because Drew Lock might start over Daniel Jones.
That's what I was thinking, too.
That's fine. Drew Lock's a good quarterback,
So-
in my opinion.
Honestly, I could bump him up to like a B+, A-, or yeah, like A- draft. Not taking a quarterback
I'm taking him
isn't
at
the
B.
worst thing with Drew Lock, but like,
Fuck that front office thing,
yeesh.
actually.
I mean, I just think that the rest of the draft class is really good. That's it.
Yes.
They addressed, they addressed some needs. Hold on. Never mind. B-. Where's your offensive line? You guys drafted Noah Lineman? I'm just now comprehending this. You guys had one of the worst offensive lines in football next year, and you don't even take one in the 6th. You don't even acquire a 7th-round pick to go up and get a project tackle. Please tell me that you fuckers have signed somebody
Zach Zitter.
in undrafted free agency. Marcellus Johnson from Missouri. William Barnes from North Carolina. You guys have grabbed 2 undrafted free agents at your offensive line. Need I remind you, you are starting Aaron Stinney, John Michael Schmitz, and Evan Neal! And John Runyon! John Runyon, I don't know if he's a starter right now. The rest of your offensive line certainly isn't, except Andrew Thomas! What is happening? No, B minus. You can't lack that much offensive line and not even touch it.
Yeah. It's
And not get a
suffering.
quarterback.
Oh my god! I'm mad. I just realized that.
New York gets to be another irrelevant football team.
New York? New York what? Bitch, that's Jersey. We got the real New York team right here in the fucking Jets. Go enjoy the fucking
Jets
banks of
actually
Jersey, New
made
York Giants.
They
God
picked up
damn.
One of the best offensive tackles, probably the best offensive tackle in the draft.
And they got a quarterback for the fucking potential future.
Back.
They drafted 2 running backs because they know they didn't fucking have anything outside of Brees. What do the Giants have at running back? Devin Singletary and Eric Gray? Tyrone Tracy is your third? Good job. Lord, what a poverty franchise. I'm sorry, Giants fans.
Yeah. No, that is some poverty movement.
And then the Jets turn around and
The Jets had a great class.
The Jets made them look
Really
like
good
clowns.
draft.
The Jets made them look like clowns.
Olu Fashanu. Malachi Corley is a fantastic wide receiver out of Western Kentucky.
great route.
He is going to pair so nicely with Garrett. Braylon Allen's going to be a great 1-2 punch with Brees Hall. Jordan Travis, behind Aaron Rodgers, legitimately has some potential.
That's a scary upside in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you next door right there.
Hell, look at... I'm not going to act like I know much about Isaiah Davis from South Dakota State or Quintez Stiggers from Toronto.
What a name.
But Jalen Key out of Alabama is your 7th round, like, Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah, you'll take that as well. This is a good draft class. This is what you do as a New York team. Let's just see how it works, though. That's all it comes down
Hopefully
to.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't explode into a billion pieces after 3 snaps.
I mean, hey, Olu Fashanu should help that.
I agree.
At least you guys did something to help your quarterback. No wonder
Fucking
Daniel
Philly.
Jones is popping a fucking perky. Okay. Moving on. A+, A+.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good fucking Lord. You guys get Quinyon Mitchell.
With the
And Cooper DeJean in one draft class is insane.
yeah.
And Jeremiah Trotter in the 5th.
Insane.
No, that's top three
Quinyon
is
Mitchell,
disgusting.
obviously. We knew he
Yeah.
was amazing.
They
But
got
Cooper
Jeremiah
DeJean
Trotter.
is just-
Damn. No, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is a really good linebacker.
Yeah.
Look, he helped coordinate a lot of that Clemson bullshit.
I thought he was going to go a little higher.
Yeah, I agree. He's a really good.
Will Shipley
he's
out of
sixth
Clemson
overall.
is also a good pick.
Hell, you know who
He's
else a
quiet, but
great
he's a
pick?
decent running back.
You know what's a great pick? And I'm actually kind of terrified to see how this pairs with the other 2 fuckers out there. Aeneas Smith.
Nice. Yeah, Nia Smith is scary.
He's super talented. And we know Trevor Keegan's a great offensive lineman. We don't even have to talk about him much.
Yeah.
Fifth round, Trevor
No, we
Keegan.
watched
You'll love that. You will love that.
I mean, he is a 2,000-yard receiver.
And also, I wanted us to get this man in, like, the 5th. Bro, the
Yeah, that
Eagles
would've
just
been
taking
clean.
a chance on Johnny Wilson. That could pay dividends.
Yeah, 6'6", 231. That's gross.
I mean, they could turn Johnny Wilson into what they wanted Travis Fulgham to be. And after
I
what
see.
everyone thought Travis Fulgham was after that one big game. 6'7", massive frame, pretty good fucking vertical. I see in his little thing that he's built more like a tight end. I agree with that. But if you can develop him to be like an outside receiver, that's a really good outside receiver. It's a really good outside receiver. I think this is a really good draft class. And that secondary went from weak as turtle shit to potentially pretty strong with just 2 picks.
Yeah. Quinyon alone is going to do some work for them.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how
No,
they
they're
got
tough.
him at 22.
Their top 3 picks are ridiculous.
I'm not super familiar with Jalix Hunt. So I'll take your word on that.
Neither am
I know
Well,
about
what are you giving
Shipley.
him? Probably a B plus or an A minus.
Oh, this is an A for me. This is a great class from everything that I know.
Oh, what were we talking about? Philly?
Philly.
A plus. It's not even debatable.
It's
Yeah.
definitely borderline for me.
Yeah. I guess it could be an A. Johnny Wilson
Oh, it's minimum
and
an
Nia
A.
Smith
Honestly, no,
should
this
cover
does
what
look
they need.
a little more like an A
Yeah.
plus. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at that top
Hey.
three.
Because they got
I'm gonna
1,
draft.
2, 3, 4, 5 potential starters
Yes.
Yeah.
in this draft.
It's a
And
good
that's
draft
not
class.
including Keegan and McMahon. And Philly has a really
Yeah.
good track record of just developing these linemen. So
Yeah.
for all we know, they got 7 of them. The next the next Pennsylvania team, Steelers. You want to talk about offensive line help? Oh God, they took.
And
That's half their draft. That's half their draft.
Beast.
Troy Fatanu, Zach
is
Frazier,
gonna be a beast.
Mason McCormick. Mason McCormick is a name
Yeah,
I've
Mason
actually heard,
McCormick.
and a name I've seen a little bit of. Muller. Muller. I'm reading a bit about him just to be sure I'm right. Strong drive blocker and his effective combo blocking to the second level of the run game. Nasty streak and blocks to the whistle. Sounds about what I expected. And that's just what I expect out of South Dakota State guards anyways.
Logan Lee's a good filler for D tackle, and Ryan Watts is.
I really
good
hope
second string cornerback.
Roman Wilson is able to come out and produce.
Any Iowa defensive player is bound to be at least good in the league. Also,
By all means.
Roman Wilson, for some reason, the Steelers develop wide receivers into all-time greats. Roman Wilson's going to be a
Yeah.
stud. We already knew that. And then they got the other
Dude, I
Wilson,
can't wait to
too.
watch it.
Peyton Wilson. The
Yeah,
only
Peyton
bad
Wilson.
thing about him is his medical.
Linebacker at NC State.
Literally, the only thing bad about him is his medicals. When he's on the field, he is a
That's an
shit
A.
wrecker.
That's an A.
I honestly love this draft class. A+.
A plus. Yeah, actually,
Both Pennsylvania teams killed it.
agreed.
Yeah.
Seattle, another team that I think killed it. A lot of teams killed it.
They got my favorite tackle in the draft.
D tackle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Byron Murphy's a dog. He wasn't my favorite, but dog.
Yeah, they got Tyrese Knight. I love Tyrese Knight.
Mhm.
Oh shit.
Christian Haynes, really good guard out of UConn. Has some potential to actually develop into a really, really good starter for them. Probably is only going to play on the inside, I would imagine. But regardless, that's good. He's pretty quick as well. They needed help at, offensive line to keep Geno Smith from dying.
Yeah.
AJ Bartner helps with that as well because, hey, he's not a massive pass-catching tight end, but you want a blocking tight end?
Boom.
There you go.
I did one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Griff, you got any other thoughts on him? Michael, you got more thoughts on Seahawks?
A minus. Filled every hole except quarterback.
Yeah.
It's a good draft class.
They got. I would imagine next year they might make a move for QB in the class.
Or an agency.
Probably.
Free agency, but I could see the draft being the move. Also, just because no one mentioned him, Nehemiah Pritchett in the 5th is really good value. We'll see what they can do with him development-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of Auburn. Yeah, that's a good pick.
It was a late steal.
Last 4. San Fran. Oh, my Seahawks grade. I think it's a B. I don't think it's necessarily fantastic, but I do think it's a really solid draft class. They addressed some needs. They got some depth. They got offensive line help. They got, obviously, a mauler on the inside for defense, which they do need. The run game or the run defense is meh at best. B. Another team that I'm a little intrigued by.
They had a good draft, and I'm mad about it.
San Fran?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't necessarily know how I feel about their draft. And it's more just because of the first pick that they made. Because Renardo Green's a really, really, really good corner. Dominic Pooney has potential out of Kansas. He's probably going to stay tackle, but you could slide him into guard if you really want like a big-bodied motherfucker. Malik Mustafa's a really good safety out of Wake. He can play. He can play.
Heard a lot about him.
He's a really good zone corner, but to my understanding as well, he can play a hybrid role. Isaac Guerrero was a really good running back out of Louisville. He split touches with homeboy that I'm blanking on, but when he played, he was really physical, and he also was really fast. But I just can't. Also, Jacob Cowing's a really good receiver, especially in the 4th round. But the biggest thing for me is, like, you guys took Ricky Pearsall? So where's Ayuk or Debo going?
Yeah.
Because that's all that tells me.
Like, you have some stud receivers already, and you pick up 2 more in the draft. Like, are you planning on getting rid of one or both of them? Like, what?
I thought they were going to take DeJean in the draft.
Yeah, I agree.
But, I mean, I don't really get the Ricky Pearsall thing.
He's good.
He's good. It's more the team that took him that I don't get.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with
hedging
that.
Ayuk bet.
Oh, from the way everything looks right now, they're trying to trade one of their guys.
Debo or Ayuk, yeah.
It's just a matter of which, and I'm really curious as to...
What if we get Ayuk?
Which and where?
I doubt we would get Ayuk. I don't think our guys would even want to make the move because of how much he needs to get paid. We don't want to pay 2 wide receivers an exorbitant amount of money when you still need to sign a quarterback.
Yeah.
In fact, I still want Sam here. We still need Sam Laporta. We're going to have to pay him eventually.
Oh, Laporta's not for a few years, though. He's not till down the line. All right, we got 3 more teams left. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really like this draft for them. More so because of what they did in the later rounds than anything else.
Bucky Irving. That's a really good pick.
Bucky Irving, Jalen McMillan, Elijah Klein, Chris Braswell out of Alabama.
And Culp.
I just don't know as much about him.
Block boy. Big block
he was
boy.
a good blocking tight end.
I'm not going to lie. Every time I watched Washington, basically the last thing I did was look at the tight end.
Real.
But I think that's just downside of what their offense was. I thought this was a pretty good draft, though. I would give it A-, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jalen McMillan has really high upside.
I think
I would
Martin
even
can
give
be
it
a
an
good
A.
center.
Yeah.
Anywhere he goes.
You said what, Michael?
I would give him an A.
I just don't.
McMillan's going to be a stud.
I just feel a little more comfortable with an A-, personally. Because, like, they got some really good players, but I want to say, like...
How many are going to be starters? Yeah.
Well, and also I want to say, like, AA+ for, like, teams I think got, like, multiple starters. Barton's obviously a starter. Braswell could be a starter. McMillan has starting potential. Klein could, by the end of his rookie contract.
He could.
But, like, I don't think Tyke Smith is going to. And it's not really a shot at Tyke.
No, I don't think
it's more just,
Tyke Smith is going to start.
It's more just the safety play that they already have out there. All right. Second to last team. We're almost there. Tennessee Titans!
The tits.
Griff, I'm going to let you open this one.
They did really fucking good. I really like their draft. J.C. Latham, really solid tackle. Addressed a huge glaring hole. Devondre Sweat's obviously a dog. We all watched his film at Texas. That needed to happen. Cedric Gray is one of the best linebackers in this class. That is a fact. It's fucking huge. He can run through blocks really, 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 really well. He's rangy as shit. They need him in the secondary really bad for the Titans because, not the best. The
They
lower
did pick up
end of their...
Snead, though. It should be a good combo.
That is true. They did pick up Snead. I'm forgetting that. Yeah, that should be a really good combo.
Yeah.
Well, who else did they get? So they got
And
Jarvis Brownlee.
yeah, I was about to say Mr. Jarvis Brownlee there. He's actually a pretty good corner out of Louisville too. 5'10", little
Williams
shorter,
isn't
but he'll
bad.
probably end up being
Looks
like a
they
slot
also
corner.
They signed a Wouzier.
And Jalen Harrell.
They got some potential here. Jalen Harrell, I think, is like a. We'll see what Jalen Harrell becomes. No, I don't mean that as a bad thing to him, but just like,
Raw.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
He's got tools, but 7th round picks you don't expect a shit ton from.
He is an edge tackle.
He will be a very
needs some
good,
love.
probably 4-3 end if I had to imagine.
Yeah.
All right, last team, and honestly, a team whose draft I I think it's a mixed bag, but I really like it.
It's an A+ for me.
It's a mixed bag, but there were some really good picks.
High A, and there's only a couple reasons why it's not higher. I thought the Jaden Daniels thing was smoke, like the entire time. I was very, very adamant about that with a lot of people. I was like, no, I think they're taking May. I think Daniels is smoke. Well, turned out I was fucking wrong. Because they got him. They got him. They got Mr. Jerzan in the 2nd round, which, excuse me, this was my number 1 D tackle. I wanted us, when we traded up, I figured we weren't going to take Jerzan, but if we were sitting there at 29 and Newton fell to us, I wanted our people to run that card up.
Yep.
He is a mauler on the fucking inside. He's got such quick hands. He's so explosive. He's so fast getting off blocks. He is just a monster. He stays so low to the ground when he comes off and makes his moves, which helps him win the leverage battle. I think he had a Jones fracture in his foot, which is why he fell. But I would imagine a Jones fracture isn't gonna mess his entire career up. I would hope not, at least, especially not this young. He's got a lot of potential.
Said about Sanders still?
You said what?
You know what Coach Saban said about Sanders still? Pound for pound, the best and his favorite player in the draft.
I
that's
agree.
awesome.
Yep.
Especially on that pound for pound shit, and especially based on experience at the position. He's played corner for 2 years.
And he's a mauler at it. Dude.
He's locked down.
He can't get any, no fly zone can't get anything by him at all.
He is.
Doesn't happen.
The one downside is obviously height. He's a smaller corner. He's
but vertical
5'9". I didn't even realize he was that small.
Yeah, he's not a big dude.
No,
He's fast as shit.
but he plays. He plays big.
He's shit. Yeah, he has the vert to back it up.
He's able to cross the field and what's his 40?
Let's see.
I want to say 4.5, 4.4, something like that.
I don't think it was
He's
4'5".
quick.
I think he plays faster than his 40. Put it like that.
Oh, his game speed, I would imagine, is probably faster than his 40 speed. Let's see here. We're late in this bitch. No one really cares if I'm doing research at this point. If you've stayed long enough, then you've been around for a couple minutes.
Bless you.
Yeah. Also,
seriously.
bless your soul if you for some reason stayed.
You are a
God damn.
saint.
Come up to me at the bar and I'll buy you a drink.
I might smooch you. What? I didn't say that. All right, let's load up,
You said
Sadie.
ask nicely.
Let's load up. Yeah, so he had a 6.24 prospect grade. Will eventually be average starter. I feel like that might be underselling him a little bit. He only had a 67 production score. I don't know about that one, Chief. 4.47 40,
Yeah.
151 10-yard split. Oh yeah, 40-inch vert. Damn near
Yeah.
11-foot broad jump. 6.99 cone, 4.01 20-yard shuttle, and 14 bench press reps. At
You're
5'9",
fucking out your
182.
Good.
You're fucking out your fucking
He's gonna
mind.
be good.
If you don't think
That's
gonna
ludicrous.
be a lockdown.
I mean, he'll probably end up playing in the slot more than outside, I would imagine, just simply due to the height.
No, he's gonna be in slot, but he's gonna be one of the best slot corners in the league.
Oh, hell yeah, he will. Give him a few... Well, here's the one thing that I fear. Sanders still needs development, and obviously he needs to go to a place that can develop corners. I don't know if we watched Washington football over the last 3 years, 4 years.
Not the case.
That can't really develop a corner. So Sanders still might need a bit of luck here. And it's not anything that, it's not a fault of his.
They also
Washington
got Ben
just hasn't been able to
Damn.
develop a corner.
Brandon Coleman's a good tackle. They got Luke McCaffrey. Yeah, this is a really good draft class.
I thought Luke McCaffrey was going to go a little lower than that, though. He could be pretty good. I really like Javonte Jean-Baptiste out of Notre Dame.
I wouldn't question it.
I mean, hell, the 37th pick in the third is basically the fourth, so fuck it.
I guess.
I thought Javonte Jean-Baptiste was a very, very good pick in the seventh.
Dominique Hampton's a good safety, and Jordan McGee's a good linebacker.
I don't know how bro made it to the seventh. Jean-Baptiste?
Yeah, same. Jean-Baptiste.
23rd best edge? Honestly, I feel
Yeah, that
like
is surprising.
23rd is low.
I
That's
thought
really
he was
deep.
better.
They got a steal.
Yeah.
I thought he was better than that personally. I
Yeah,
give this draft class like an A minus.
A plus.
The
That's how I
only
feel about the pick.
the only reason I
an A.
don't give it an A plus is because you still needed to get more tackle help,
Yeah.
and you didn't really
Up
do
the
that.
middle.
Which
They just got Brandon Coleman, but Kane Flex? No.
I mean, they
left tackle in both guard spots. Yeah, okay.
but they still need they need another body at offensive line regardless.
Yes, no, I agree.
Yeah.
So if you slide Coleman outside, you need someone who's going to slide in at the guard spot. And you're getting a quarterback that loves to move outside of the pocket and it will take sacks. So I can't give him an A plus, knowing that you just got your franchise quarterback. You know he likes to run and you know he will take some sacks. Give him all the protection you can, so that he's more comfortable in the pocket, less willing to try to leave it. Go from there. I still think it's a good class, though. I just don't think that it's it's not God tier, basically.
Agreed. Just think it's better than an A.
I think they'll be good, though.
I just want Washington to play relevant football.
Oh my!
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
It's a lot
And
to
by
ask
the
for.
way, to anyone that somehow made it to this point, we are 2.5 hours in.
You deserve a raise.
Our video was longer than
You deserve a
Bengals.
raise.
This is longer than Bengals breakdown. I'm not shitting you. We didn't spend as much time breaking it down though, because obviously, oh my god, I just tried to watch Rudy Gobert throw a lob to Cat throw a lob to Rudy. What?
Because you also did a breakdown.
We did a
That's an
breakdown. We talked
interesting
about some of
sentence,
the draft shit in person.
Yeah.
Which, I'll say this, to anyone that actually watched that was at the draft, comment down below. And if you're any of the people that I got to interview, please comment down below. I know a few of you asked for my channel, wanted to subscribe. I'm just taking this time now to genuinely thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate any of the support that I get from literally anybody. It does mean the world. And to all the people that gave me their time to, voice your thoughts, good or bad, about your team, thank you. And I'm glad that I could be an avenue for you to make your voice heard, whether it was good, whether it was bad. Because I know when a lot of shit happens to our teams, a lot of us just want an outlet to be able to get our voice out. Whether it blows up or that shit goes into the ether.
Dead ass.
So, thank you very much for all that. Thank you very much for everyone who made the draft a great experience. There were a lot of great people I had conversations with. Shout out as well, if you guys somehow see this. Oh my god, I'm blanking on your names. I think one of your guys' names was Jesse. I can't remember the other two. I'm so sorry. The Eagles fan, the Patriots fan, and the Saints fan who were all there recording videos. What the Patriots fan was from Toronto. Or not from Toronto, just from somewhere out in Canada. Y'all were dope as shit.
No.
I appreciate all the conversations. And to everyone that listened to this far, thank you very much. This has been the Sanch Podcast. I'm going the fuck to bed. Peace.
Dead ass.